So you're already here. Who's already here? Who's already up in the room? We're gonna play with bubbles, and then we're gonna talk about something not as bubbly. No, let's make it dreamy. I like dreamy. Yeah. Wait for some people to show up before we start chatting here. We'll see. What up, Gary? How long you been here? My show from this side has been on for 40 seconds, and I had my video up waiting for about 10 minutes. You've been here for 5 minutes. What was it showing on the screen? What was going on the screen? It was just a blank screen saying, like, waiting or something? Really? You could see me like screwing around in here that entire time. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Shit, I'm glad I know that, because got my dumbass out here. Was it a static view of my room, or was it me live? Oh, okay. Phew. Because I was about to say, I was almost asked out in here. You know, you never know. I might be in here like fucking fat strippers and doing meth, man. You never know. You can't be having that now, can we? No dick popping. No. Yeah, that's okay. So it was just posted there as my screenshot of what I took as the elephant. Yeah. And let me see if I'm back here, is the audio good? If I'm speaking at a normal level from back here, can y'all hear me pretty decent? Is this fair? Is this okay? Because I'd like to just sit back here like this and be able to talk from here. Because I got a little dialogue that was rattling through my head, and I want to make sure y'all can hear it. So is that a yay or nay? Or should I get all up in your face? Alright, peace, hope. I guess I'll wait a little bit. I'll just wait a little while, because I don't feel like starting this over, but maybe like 2 more minutes. I'm gonna pour myself some tea. And somebody don't let me forget. I got a bottle of wine in the freezer, and I don't want it to freeze. Somebody in like 10 minutes be like, "Yo, Zen, go get your wine," because I'm gonna start going off on a tangent and forget about it and have an exploded wine bottle. That's payment. That's payment due, people. It's reminding me while I'm doing this. That's what y'all got to do. Y'all got responsibilities in this too. This ain't a one-way street here. This is you part of this insanity too. Can I see y'all? Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, I just want to be able to chat, and then I'll get back to your questions, because I just kind of want to go on a little diatribe about some whatever was rattling in my head. It is 7:25. Or that's that what time you're saying I need to go collect my wine? Exactly. See, you're already ahead of me. I should know this. You're already well ahead of the game. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this little bit on perception of the word truthiness, and the word and idea of. I've just been really digging the concept of perception management and how people's value systems are injected into them. And I guess I'll just keep talking on this right now, because this is how I do. And maybe I'll do it this way. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I was going to do it a little earlier, and I was going to give you some video images of kind of what I was talking about, and I was going to show you the clouds, and then we were going to talk about a little bit of people's perception of, oh, those are chemtrails, and and I want to talk about like the levels of how much conscious propaganda, how much is negative, how many people are behind the scenes that are positive, how much of this thing that's going on with levels of like just this idea of information and people using it for a benefit for people, and it really has to do with all this obvious fake flag or false flag, terroristic, mind terrorizing, state terrorizing, human terrorizing, consciousness deranging, rearranging, and I kind of wanted to look at it from the different levels, the different kind of inputs into people. And so the inputs you have into people are general ways, like if we start here right now, we all look at our environment, we can say we have some objective and some subjective reality for each of us. We have our tube of what we perceive as our reality. We're not taking this to like, oh, we're all having our own unique one-directional experience, because that, I don't care how far we go into that game, it's never gonna fly with me. It's never gonna work. I'm never gonna participate. I don't want to say never, but I used to go down that road. Everything's subjective, and it's just not. It's a poor way to speak about things when people are literally out here under mind control on things. So we have this tube of the way that we perceive the world, and perception management is a business. And people's perception management, what they have for themselves, the techniques and the way that they can alter their own consciousness, people can adjust their own minds, but it takes the first couple steps to do that. A lot of people use psychedelics before they can alter their own minds, and a lot of people's minds, they can't, aren't being altered. They're being altered by the people that stand at the altar. They're being altered by the people that stand with their paycheck, and the paycheck, the idea of, can we control a man's mind, a man's heart, and a man's paycheck, basically, which is power. Mind, heart, and power. Like, those three are consciousness, inputs, and altering forces of the way that people will act and respond to any situation. And this gets into all this crisis act. People are asking about crisis actors and like, what does it take? It takes a junkie from the middle of the country that makes $8 an hour working at Safeway. That's what it takes. It takes them seeing an ad in the paper for $20 an hour plus free donuts. That's what it takes. For them, that's an upgrade. They can't see beyond that. They can't see beyond, right now I'm working at Safeway for $8 an hour. I got to feed my kids because I got 3 of them. I'm living in Trailer Park with old Danny boy over here who's beating the shit out of me. I got a crack habit I got to pay for. I mean, this is real life. This is real talk. This is what's going on. And so their capacity for perception management is nil. So all someone needs to do is say, hey, I got this carrot here. I got this thing here. They say, okay. Of course they would do that. You can't say anything. Oh, I can't believe you'd sell out the American people for $20 an hour. People are selling out their families for less than that because they're taking jobs that get in the way of the family environment. So I don't want to go too far with that, but it's very easy to alter people's behavior based upon monetary offerings. Everyone's already a drug addict. Everyone's already out here doing whatever their drug is, their drug of choice, their addictions of whatever it might be. Like shit, it might be something as simple as reading. Somebody might be addicted to reading. Somebody might be addicted to sex. Somebody's addicted to Coca-Cola. Someone's addicted to prescription drugs. Some non-prescription drugs. It don't really matter what it is, but people need to obtain those little biosurvival credits to get somewhere. So that's one way of altering consciousness and changing perception. And these people that are part of these things, like these mass media marketing ploys, like it's hilarious to watch, but like these people are when you say dead inside, it feels like they never were born. You know what I mean? They're so empty. Like how could they be doing this? Their whole entire life was, they were delivered a lie. right? You go through the school system. If you can get out of the school system alive, if you can get out of suburbia alive, if you have parents that are even somewhat conscious, that allow you to, like, you know, be artistic, be creative, to actually see what's going on in the world, that aren't already depressed, drug addicts, idiots. To be outside of that realm is very small. It's a select few of people. This is very small, and so everybody else is already under the delusion, under the deluge. So the ability for those people to get outside of those behaviors, those emotionally architected constructs that were already driven into them through the school system, through the mass media, through the parental institutions, through the churches, through the state, through the government, through everything. Like you know, there's not a lot we can expect. There's not a lot, you know, we can't expect a lot. Like we see this on TV, but then the confusing part is, you know, the little in between area is you find some people on it that have a little bit of clout, that have a little bit of a media channel, and even they are out here saying some stupid shit. You know, and you go, okay, well, what's their thing? They're making $100,000 a year. They're making $1 million a year. They got a little bit of juice, as you might call it. You know, they got a little bit going on. They don't want to lose their lifestyle. You know, like for them, they're like, hey, I'm doing 90% good out here. I'm doing good things. I'm helping the community. I'm giving money back. I'm doing this. But then, you know, a little white lie here or there, selling something like, oh yeah, we got to really send our prayers and our power and our energy out to these people in Vegas, even though anybody that is even remotely looking at what's going on and paying attention, like, it's obviously scripted. And I'm not going to tell you to what degree I believe it is. I don't, you know, whether none of it is going on, whether people are really getting injured, or whether people are really getting caught in the crossfire. I don't know. I won't speak on that. But you can see that it's all obviously ridiculous. So this idea of perception management for all of you, for me, for anybody that is kind of awake, kind of aware. If I don't like using the word woke or awake, it's silly to me, but when we get to the idea of being, even consciousness is a joke to me, you know. But you know what I'm getting at, like just a little bit of a general awareness of, like, that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. We're surrounded by bullshit. That's bullshit. So for us to observe that, understand that, and somehow try to manage it in our lives, you know, going, okay, we know that's bullshit, but what do we do with it? Because those people, these other people that are part of it, and then the other people that are on the other side of the screen watching it go, oh, I can't believe this has happened. They're acting that out too. They're acting out, you know, they don't even know it. That's the thing, is they don't even have the capacity to alter their own perception. They can't manage their own perception. This is like, you know, being beyond the looking glass, Alice. This is being beyond the crystal ball. I mean, where I'm from and where most of you are probably at, I mean, we're outside of the crystal ball going, damn, what do we do about this? And that's why, you know, I try to get in there teaching people a little bit about magic and consciousness and awareness and constructing reality. But for the majority of folk, for what's really going on the general tube that we all live within of the vibrational matrix, like there's a good number of people that are still just pulling down the lowest common denominator of absolute buffoonery, brain dead nonsense. And it like I like to say, it just so happens, you know, this is not a blame at those people. This is not saying they deserve it. This is not any of that. But there just happens to be stupid fucking people. And how do we, you know, just go, we have to stop paying attention to these people. We have to stop driving our energy into the lowest common denominator. We have to stop allowing our emotions to get tugged by these idiots on social media that want you to feel sorry for shit they don't even know about. They're telling you to feel sorry for... These are the same people that tell you they don't believe in the media, but then they watch something in the media and tell you got to feel sorry for it, even though they weren't there and they know nothing about it. So now all of a sudden, how many degrees of separation do they have from the actual event? And then they want to onslaught you and your consciousness with the fact that you need to feel bad, and you should feel like an asshole. You should feel bad for not caring. I can't believe you. We need to. And this ain't even about gun laws. This ain't about nothing. But really, legitimately going, are you sure? And so I take this whole thing, how far can we step back, to go perception management. I was 10 years old. I watched my mother die in front of me. If my mother just showed up right here, could I believe that? You know what I mean? And that didn't really happen. But I'm giving this idea of perception. So my perception when I was 10 is like I watched this woman be buried, etc., etc. If she showed up right here, like that's like people's ability to it's like the idea of flat Earth, right? We've been given so much information that we reach this plateau, this brick wall of saying there's no way that's possible because I've been taught and trained otherwise my whole life to not believe that. Even if we were just offered on a silver platter the exact here's what it is, how could we believe it? And so when we take something as estranged and crazy as like, you were certain someone died, and then all of a sudden they show up and you're like certain they're here. Now we start stepping away from that insanity of perception management, and we say, okay, well, what can we see about these chemtrails? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they indifferent? What can we see about these mass media ploys? Are there people behind it that are like good? I don't like this good bad thing. Thank you, peace, hope. The wine, thank you so much, right on time. But I'm gonna finish this off because it's gonna need the extra 3 minutes it's gonna take me to talk. So the perception management of something a little less, a little smaller, like can we believe that maybe all of the food isn't poisoned? Maybe we're just being told the food is poisoned. How badly is it poisoned? Is it actually that we believe so much that the drugs are working at the hospital that they work, and we believe so much that the food is chemically altered that it is? And I'm not saying Monsanto isn't out there doing shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just offering the question, to dialogue in your own mind, like what levels of these perception? Because if the world was as crazy and bad as it seems to be sometimes, we'd already be. None of us would be talking here. None of this would be going on. We have to accept that. There wouldn't be people that get somewhat popular that have a little bit of a heart and a mind and can share high degrees of information. It wouldn't happen. It couldn't happen. The totalitarian state would have already been fully in ruling. Like they would have already, like we wouldn't have been outside of it. The whole thing would have been caged. You know what I mean? So there has to be people within the matrix, within the system, that are basically flipping open switches. It's kind of like your mind when you're walking down the street and you're like, you're not going to take that right-hand turn, but you open a switch and say, fuck that, I'm going to go right here. I want to have an adventure today. That's the like archons and control people within the matrix to say, nah, we got to open up these gates here. We can't let people be all held up in here like this. So I think in this larger construct, in the physical realm as well as in your mental realm and the spiritual realm too, but I don't want to go that far with it because I want to keep it topical and actually physical here, and I got about 1 more minute before I get that wine. Within this physical realm and this physical landscape, we have to have some degree of capacity to control what we perceive about what we see, and how much of it has truth to it, how much of it has this sense of like, yeah, there's quality there, that's truth, that's and this all comes off the back, like I said, the back of these kind of false flag nonsenses, and then finding people that I used to respect and check their channels out and say, they got a lot of good information, I know they're out there making a lot of money, and then I go, okay, what levels of the control are they under? And what can they say? What are their handlers, the people that pay their bills? What are they saying? What are the people in front of these corporations like? No, Mr. Whatever your name is, that you're supporting these kind of drugs and these kind of institutions, and we're paying you to sponsor these things, and you can't be saying anything about the Earth being this shape. Yeah, you can't really say anything about the media like that. We're gonna go ahead. You're just gonna go ahead and either steer this in another direction or not comment on it at all. Now I'm gonna go grab my wine, so hopefully that's a little bit for y'all to chew on, and then we'll kind of discuss when I get back. Okay, doke. Back here. I mean, I'm just gonna roll through and see what y'all said, and we'll start about this. We'll get into this a little bit. Aaron Special, I dig exactly what you said, and I'm gonna go deeper on that for sure. We'll get into that in a second, though. That's really deep stuff right there, and for good reasons, though, maybe. What wine am I sipping? I'll start there and go backwards. I'm just Yellowtail. Some of that old what is it? Australian wine. Yeah, the Australians, they keep it cheap for us. Did Fukushima really happen? Well, I'm not gonna steer it that way quite yet, Reza, but I don't think so. I don't believe so. Not the way they tell you, though. At least, you know, again, so many things kind of happen, but not the way that they like to portray. We ain't gonna get into the wine yet. I wanna get on this other. And I'll just kick it with that one question. Has it gone bad? No, it just starts to turn to vinegar. That's all. That's not what you make vinegar out of wine. You go through a process of making wine first, then vinegar. But all these ideas of feeding off of energy and let's see here. The human race assumes we die and go to heaven. The elites know we don't. Killing their own citizens in these attacks may seem to them more of a favor than murder. Yeah, that's. I can see that. I speak on that in many ways. Like, and what if they're right? You know what I mean? What if they are right? You know, it's mercy killing, right? To a degree, but then again, you know, you get into like, okay, are the people at the really high level like, yo, take them out, get them out of here? You know, why did the good die young? Maybe they were so good they're like, oh, we can't have them suffer no more. They dealt with it too much. Get them out of here. Just a guess, but it's hard to tell. But because consciousness does live on, right, forever. So that's not an assumption. That's a real thing. I mean, this, you know what, the separation program is just as much as the union program. Like, everything is the same. Everything being the same is just as much of a mockery of humanity as the separation program. We ain't all one. I don't want to hear that we all one. I'm here, you're there. End of story. Yeah, we're part of the same earth and the butterfly effect and time, and we live each other's lives and all this, but we're not all one. That story is, you know, if I'm going to take a little bit from my dude Subtle Infinity, Like, he talks about that in depth about these programs. First, it was the hate program. Now it's the love everything. Then it was the separation program. Now it's the unify everything program. They don't tell anything about like the true history, heritage, and story of anybody, anything that's going on here. Nor does it, like, because I'm not affected the way that the person across the street is affected. That's just simple. We're not the same. We're not all one. The same wind may blow on us all, but that's a delusion that Gandhi been selling everybody and these fake ass religions. Just because a religion is kind and happy and like a Buddhist or whatever, don't make it any better than Christianity. Just because you're like, oh, they're vegetarians, they love animals, and they're it doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it as delusional. This gets into the shaman versus the monk talk that I've done many times. Love, go get that drink, yo. Yeah, hey, TsarZen, go get into all my work that I've done on alcohol and different things. I mean, yeah. And Sam Adams, man, I don't know. He seemed just like, he's just a face piece. Sam Adams. I don't know. I don't like the beer that much. Steven Kospic. No, I don't think all these gurus be lying. No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't mishear me. There's plenty of people that have found it. There's plenty of people that have transcended the physical bounds and capacities of what you'd consider ego, and there's plenty of people that are, one and comfortable in all of these things. Certainly, I don't doubt that. But that's not the general state of the world. That's not what everyone's doing, That's not, for all of us just go in that direction would be, that's a strange, weird thing. That's a really long concept to get at. What I'm saying though is the Buddhist religion in itself is just as much of a monopoly on consciousness. The Buddhist religion is the monopoly on consciousness in the same way that Satanism is a monopoly on consciousness. Both of them are just as awesome and just as silly. Satanism is all about, here we are, we're on Earth, we love Earth. I mean, Satanists are great people for the most part. Better than Christians, that's for damn sure. Christians they twisted all the teachings. They really twisted all the teachings. At least the Satanists know what they're working with. And when I say Satanists, what I mean is people that cherish the physical realm. And this is a talk that I really love, that Alan Watts does. He says, "You think we live in a materialist society? You're crazy if you think we live in a materialist society. A materialist society would have respect for the material. No one here has respect for any material whatsoever. We're the least materialistic society that's probably ever lived. We're so far from spirituality, so far from Satanism, so far we just live in complete delusion of everything. We don't interact with the real world. We live in, if anything, we live in some like technocracy, some inorganic digital holographic, and I'm not saying that what's out here is a digital holograph like Neo kind of stuff. I'm saying that we've become bound and controlled by things that have nothing to do with our betterment or what the natural world is. But in that, again, at least Satanists get that part. Where Christians they're off their rockers completely because they've read the book esoterically, and they have somebody standing in front of them telling them what's going on. They have to walk through the priest, which is the priestcraft, for them to say, hey, do you want to talk to God? No, you talk to us first. You can't talk to God. What are you, crazy? But yeah, there are monks and things out there that are enlightened, for sure. Trees are amazing teachers. Yeah, there's a couple trees that I'll sit under. I've never had any like amazing experiences underneath trees, but I've definitely I get it. I get it. Yeah, Roseanne, we'll do a whole thing on this sometime. I don't want to get into like too much alcohol shit right now. I mean, basically, you know, small amounts, wine, unpasteurized beer, that's what's up. And you know, just what works with you. That's for damn sure. If it works with you, it works with you. If it doesn't, then, you know, find what does. Maybe it's just not for you right now. You know, sometimes in my path, I don't play with any herbs. Sometimes I don't play with any alcohol. Sometimes I do, you know. Yeah, what is the end game? What are they trying to bring about? See, there's always that. Um, Consider this: if you die tomorrow, what's their end game got to do with anything? You know, I kind of go with that. Everybody's been talking about this end game since, I don't know, since 1900. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what their end game is. If if you're talking about people that are part of the technocracy, they're part of the digital world, they're a part of the governmental institutions, the patriarchy. What is their goal? Complete and order and control and domination and dominion over everything. I mean, yeah, that's what it. But they could have done that. That's easy. You know, I don't know. It seems like it already would have been done. So I don't know what the end game is. I don't. You know, if we say time doesn't exist, then why ain't it already ended? Why aren't we already underneath the whole thing? And if we are, then we're not escaping it, right? So what the fuck does any of it matter? And then we get back to that kind of, you know, cyclical mental conundrum game. So I don't know that there is an end game, and I don't know, you know, if there is one in my mind. If I say in my mind that there must be something wonderful and brilliant and bright and generous, and the architect of all this whole creation must have been in some way, shape, or form what the idea of love would be, that has to be it. That only perfection of some sort of mind, body, soul, spirit, only that is the goal, if there's anything. So whether maybe they don't know it, but they're actually, while they're trying to manipulate and control everything, they're so fucking completely clueless and far out the box now that people are really waking up to their idiocy. That, like, they thought they were controlling things, and I was saying this the other day, and people are just going, oh shit, no, this is fucked up. No, I'm not going to let this happen. And so you got people in Hollywood, people in the media that are just like filming this dumb shit, just giving it away. Like, these people are supposed to be like controlled by the higher ups in the media, and they're actually letting the cat out the bag on purpose, because they're like, you can't do this. I'm tired of this. I'm not going to let this happen. So they're just letting all this garbage happen on the TV, and they're saying like, man, why aren't you seeing this, y'all? Why aren't you noticing? That's what I think it is. I've never heard of Jed McKenna. Is that connected to Terrence? That's not his brother. His brother's name isn't Jed. I don't know who Jed McKenna is. Unless I misinterpreted his name, or you typed it wrong. But no, I don't know who Jed McKenna is. Hey Jordan, I'm glad you showed up. Man, I don't know. So anybody that's not getting my notifications before I do live shows or whatever, try unsubscribing to me and then resubscribing, because I know there's a button. There will be something that pops up that says, would you like to receive notifications sometimes or all of the time? And then, you know, re-click on all of the time. But even at that, I have other friends that tell me they don't get notifications that I'm doing things. And the only reason I would guess that is because of, obviously, the kind of and levels of shit that I be talking about. So they don't really want people showing up to my shows and showing up to my channel. I mean, because truth be told, I should have 1 billion subscribers. Reza, true about the radio towers hypnotizing people? Yeah, I think to a degree. I think it's something we can fix internally, but yeah. Yeah, the more fear, the more you give away control. Fear is the mind killer. Virginia Fiscetto, if the elites know karma, why do they do what they do? Killing babies, rituals, wars, etc. I don't necessarily know that they're killing babies the way that most people suspect they are. And I also believe that they know karma the way that I know karma. And it doesn't exist the way you think you know karma. Karma doesn't exist. Karma just means the result of an action. That's all. It's done. My karma for drinking this wine, is I'll be drunk. Then it's done. My karma for eating a piece of meat is I got to digest that and shit it out, and it's going to be in my bloodstream. Once that's done, and I've processed that mentally and emotionally about taking the life of an animal, my karma is done. If I don't have any qualms with doing it, then there are no qualms with doing it. A karma is only for those that believe in it. You know, if their belief system says this doesn't affect me, you're just a peon. And on top of that, if the elites know that all consciousness just exists, and if the way that I step on a fly, you're like a fly to me, you just move on and you actually upgrade in your consciousness, then in fact, not only do I not have a problem with stepping on a fly, but I might go out of my way to kill one, because I know that the next life of a fly would be a squirrel, and that squirrel is actually having more joy than that fly is. I mean, I'm just giving you the logic of what you're saying there about elite no karma. What's the point of shaving? Getting rid of memory, getting rid of connection to source, connection to self, wisdom, getting rid of things. I mean, look at it. You go into anything, and it's a control mechanism on the physical plane as well as the spiritual plane. You go into the army, the air force, whatever, they're going to make you shave your head. Why? To dominate you, to tell you you're going to do what we tell you to do, and you get to lose all of your heritage, all of your ties to everything else. But again, there's some good things to doing that. Some people should be doing that. Some people, it's a good idea to shave your head for some people. This goes into the monk and shaman talk that I've done. Plenty. Where I am in my life, no, that's not for me. That's not my piece of cake, you know. Some other people, maybe. I think it's very intelligent for some people and dumb for others. What's the point of enslaving us if they already own the world? Virginia, they don't own the world. I mean, consciousness resides at a much higher level than people think they can own a physical something. The mind makes the world. This is metaphysics. You can't own something that the mind made, especially the mind of God. And when I say God, I mean all of us. We're all architecting this simultaneously. It just so happens that some that have degrade thought processes have more power in them. And so it takes magicians that have a healthy spine, heart, mind, and being to actually put out more energy into the system. You know, people like, dare I say, myself and all of you. And this is why I teach what I do. To get people to like go, hey, your brain has more control over this than you know. You have to stop paying attention to these news media outlets. You have to stop letting it rob you of your energy. And take your energy, put it into sigils, put it into things that are beneficial. And those seeds will grow. And so the idea of them owning the world, no, they can't do that. No one can do that. They own the world in the sense that they own the words. Words create worlds. And when you find master craftsmen of words and language, their lung gauge, how I can speak, I can alter sound waves, vibrations, brain waves, consciousness, you can too. And that's why my channel probably will never get big, because I will have too much of an effect on people. But I don't, again, it's not the number of people, it's the power within each of us. And so even if I have, 2,000 people that are paying attention, if you all just do it for yourself, at least you get an auric field and a bubble of your own existence that is in harmony, So they don't control the world, they just control the words which happen to control the world. So once you start learning how to control your words, then you control swords and you control the world. What is transhumanism? Well, I think it has a lot to do with, the way people describe it is turning humans into computers and computers into humans, robotics. But I think it has more to do with transvestites. To be quite honest, I think it has to do with getting rid of the idea of male and female, which is completely filthy and decayed and disgusting. It's trying to take away seed generation, just like Monsanto takes away seeds, and therefore it makes something patentable. And if you patent something, you can own it. And if you can own it, you can own it because it's not living. And if you make something into a transvestite, you've actually taken away its ability to procreate or recreate itself. Not only have you already done that consciously, but you've then done it physically. For someone to think that they need to mutilate their genitalia, you've already controlled their consciousness. You already own them. They're done. They're out the system. They are transhumanized. And so I think the okie dokie, I think the trick was people thinking it had to do with installing computers in you. I mean, as much as it does have to do with putting inorganics inside of you, it has to do with like transmuting your consciousness to something lower. But if we turn this into the way that I like to transmute things, let's transmute it, upgrade. Transmute your consciousness and your mind to being, be a hermaphrodite inside of yourself. Not externally. Externally, be what you are, but learn how to control energies inside of you, masculine and feminine. It's not to demasculize and increase femininity. It's not to make women more masculine and men more feminine. It's to exalt what you are as a man and exalt what you are as a female, but still be a warrior as a female and delicate as a man, and be able to combine those energies and sources inside yourself, not to be wearing fucking pink and cutting your dick off and saying, well, this is just what I was when I was born. No, you ate a bunch of food and you watched a lot of movies and your grandmother fucked up your brain. That's what happened. You got transhumanized. So, but what do I know? What do we do about it? You eat right, you fast. You eat right and you fast, Virginia. The main idea here is that there's a grand puppeteer. To a degree. Yeah. To a degree for sure. I mean, that's what the Yellow Brick Road was. Who was at the end of that, right? But again, maybe we just change it up. Maybe we all become the puppeteer behind our own curtain, and start controlling our own lives. You talking about Marty Leeds, Reza? I didn't know Marty Leeds did one on Sandy Hook, but yeah, come on, they're all fake, all of them, every single last one of them. Less space for bacteria to breed. Steven Kospetic. Well, the reason that people are filthy and dirty is because of what they're putting in their mouth. So while people are doing that, they're just making themselves sicker internally. But yeah, I mean, I get it's a weak argument. It's an argument coming from diseased people. Like, you have to realize the only people that we're getting these arguments from are already sick and diseased people. You can't, it's that Jito Krishnamurti thing that I'll say time and time and time again, that to be well adjusted to this profoundly sick society is, that's what we're dealing with here. So when people actually come out and say the truth, we look like idiots. But I don't, and I refuse to look like an idiot. I refuse to let people talk down to me and think that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I will educate you. I will articulate this properly and purposefully. That, yo, you're making yourself sicker, and it's not my fault for your ignorances, but if you want to get out of your own stupidity of shaving your armpits because you think the bacteria is the problem, the problem is you're sticking filth in your mouth because you buy all the shit off the middle of the shelf. That's the real, and people don't want to say that. They don't want to offend anybody. I don't care. I'm offended with what's going on to the planet. I'm offended with what goes on every fucking day. That's offensive to me. So I can't be worried about offending people in my life whenever I say, yo, you stink. You're foolish. I've gotten punched in the face for dumber things. I've gotten in mental, spiritual, physical, verbal altercations all the time. It don't bother me because it's going to happen any way you look at it. Or you're just going to be a punk to your own consciousness and your own spirit. And you're going to sit there behind the scenes wishing you would have been and said and done different things. Because at the end of the day, you're going to fight and struggle with all sorts of shit. At least you might stand for something. And karma is about how much guilt you hold over your action. That's exactly what it is. If you have no guilt, you have no karma. That's damn right. That's exactly the way you put it. Yeah, everything Rising Love is about making people feel guilty. That's why the most basic thing that we can do in the world is make love, right? This is how everybody was made, yet nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to hear about it. That's disgusting. We can't breastfeed, but they're okay with Angelina cutting her tits off, the actual source of milk in life, and saying the cancer's the problem, and you need to get your tits removed and fake ones put in. That's insanity, But they're okay with showing you violence every day on every channel, telling you about wars, but we can't like... Pornography's no good. Don't watch two people make love. Don't watch any fucking. Don't watch some sucking and fucking and balls slapping and ass and titties and we can't talk about that. Oh my God, that's offensive. But then you take your kids and go watch the next war movie and let them play Xbox. But pornography. Oh no, there's pleasure there. There's pleasure there. You can't have pleasure. We'll teach violence. We'll teach chaos and chaos of the mind and confuse everybody to think BDSM and sadomasochism is correct, and that somehow we've confused love with hate and hate with love. That's where we live. But hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a drunken idiot. Just wine's got me saying some stupid shit, Yeah, lemon and lime are good for your armpits. Grapefruit is good too. Just Jose, you've been thinking about doing a urine, beer, distilled water, and weed fast. Do I think that a good idea? I think that's a great idea for me. I've done that plenty of times. For you, I don't know you. I don't know your history of fasting. I don't know what you've been through. But if you've done fasts before and you feel comfortable with it, hell yes, absolutely. Urine is your own medicine. Beer is going to give you all the living things you need to kind of help get things out of your body and keep you happy and a little bit of energy and motivated. I mean, that's where the original farmhouse ales came from. Farmhouse ales, they had dirty water, so they used to use the dirty water and turn it into beer so it would kill the bacteria. And it was like really low percentage, like 3%. And they would drink that all day instead of water because the water was dirty. So on the farms, they would drink farmhouse ales. So farmhouse ales and plus urine and distilled water, you'll be on cloud 9. For president, yeah. Except I'm an anarchist, so go figure that one out. President of the Anarchy Club, right? Yeah, something clever to say about pot. Roz, I don't even smoke pot that much, man. I smoked way too much earlier. Like I'm already full of it, I don't do drugs. I am drugs. How's your third day going without THC, Jordan? Funny enough, I just got myself some CBD the other day, and I've been enjoying CBD a little bit. CBD and kratom. What is the etymology word of the day? Oh, what is the etymology of the word word? Where you want to go? The word is door. D-O-R. Word is obviously from words, which is sword. Rods you got in there. Rods. Rods, doors, swords. I mean, you can play with that, man. I mean, that you can go all day with the word. I mean, the word is the thing. What up, Big Bird? What's the word? I mean, I don't know the exact lineage, like the actual etymology. I mean, I should probably just refrain from using the word etymology all the time and get to the actual word. I just forget what it is because it's not. I'm not necessarily using etymological precision into other languages, saying this actually came from the Latin, which came from the. No, I'm just using the basis for how I know how language and letters work, which is a whole different word altogether. I know how script functions. How's that? You're worried about the effects on your health. Well, it depends, Jose. What's your health been like already? You know, I mean, it'd be better just to fast on distilled water first if you never have been. Start there. Where do we have to be to cross the line with pot? I don't know, man. There's so many things with the different strains of pot these days that you don't really know what you're getting, especially once the government put their hands on it. When does it become addiction? I guess the same way anything becomes an addiction, when you can't function without it. If it's just giving you like a little kick in the ass, a little uplifting thing, a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a little wind in your sails, that's one thing. But if it's you can't function without it, well, that's when you maybe should start to consider. We're all addicted to oxygen, though, huh? Yeah, I'm scrolling back pretty far, so you guys got to give me a second here. Well, thanks, Gary. I don't know what I was saying at 7:54, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, sure, Sun Soul. Man, the Wizard of Oz reference. Yeah, Rozan, it's so funny. I was gonna do this Wizard of Oz video. I was kicking it in the park the other day, riding my bike around. I had this whole download staring in the sun about the Wizard of Oz that I was gonna really break into. So maybe I'll just do a video on that. Maybe I'll do it on here later. Who knows? Whenever I feel inspired to. The Wizard of the Ooze and Oz, yeah. Yeah, Jordan, I'm where you're talking about CBD and fruit fast. Fruit fasts can be really hard for people that it's so heady. A fruit fast is all about taking the fruit of the tree, which is, it works on the mind. It works on the highest levels of the mind. It works on your brain. It's sugars. It's all about the final outcome and blossoming blossoming of the tree, which becomes a heady thing. This is why people get a lot of head energy. It's a quick heady energy, and so it can be, unless you find things to ground yourself when you're doing fruit juice fasts. This is why I'm gonna get into it again. I'll explain this 1,000 times over in 1,000 different ways about the 3 levels of existence and where people live on the planet. But if you live somewhere where it's cold outside, you wear boots. You're not grounded to the earth. with your bare feet. You're wearing boots, which are made of usually animal hide, and this is why your wallets are made of animal hide. We'll talk about this another time. But you're wearing boots, and you're eating food that is grounded out already. So by eating the grounded roots and vegetation, you're grounding yourself. There's less reason to actually take your shoes off. Do you see? You're going to go out during the AM and the sun's going to be blazing, kicking off the ice, which is the snow, reflecting and giving you shiny, like refracted light information into your eyes, giving you the high wisdom while you're eating of the earth. When you live in the tropics, you're not putting any boots on. And you're probably not staring into the sun too often because you're eating of the tree, getting the sun knowledge that's in the fruit while your shoes are off, grounding yourself on the beach, on the earth. And most of the time, you wouldn't be seeing the sun because you'd be underneath the overgrowth of, say, the forest, the Amazon, the trees. If you're not living on the ocean near that, you'd be underneath the trees. So you'd be getting shade. You'd be shaded plus eating the knowledge of the Most High, but your feet would be bare to ground yourself out. Does that make sense? You see? And so, yeah, that CBD is that body buzz, that body kind of thing, that body awareness. Yeah, I'm back at 7:58 right now. I told Virginia, you told somebody to go vegetarian because they stink. Good for you. Good on you. Yeah, people do stink. You know, I mean, shit, when I ain't eating good. Like, in fact, even like if I have a day of eating bad, because I don't wear deodorant too often, like people will know the next day because it's coming right out my body. Like if I eat some fried food or some like fish or whatever, something that I shouldn't be eating, I'll smell it the next day. But I'm getting it out real fast. Jordan, you want to be more able to be aware in the dream world? I'll talk about that with you in a second. Yeah, healing and connection on the sexual level. Yeah, very healing. Rising love. Yeah, I don't know. I've been put out the fucking sexual realm for a little while now, man. Because I upgraded a lot of things I did. Now I just can't find myself any sweet little honeys out here. I can't, I'm like, man, I can't F with that. She ain't a queen. She ain't a goddess. I can't F with that. Like chicks, I'm just like, nah. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth the trouble afterwards. Yeah, some people stink. They gotta know. You gotta let them know. And what do I think about Tantra? No, it's not marketing. That's real shit. You just gotta find a thing that has a long history to it, and then find the people that are talking about it today, and don't listen to them. Just find people that are talking about popular shit, and then go find the roots of it, and see how it fits into your life. I mean, Tantra at its most basic thing is like, hey, let's just enjoy life. You don't always have to make a fruit come out of this. You don't always have to plant something. Let's just enjoy what we already have. That's what it is. It means like we can have sex today, but I don't got to orgasm. You don't got to orgasm. Let's just enjoy the experience, and we don't got to make a tree out of this. That's what Tantra means. That's as simple as you can say it. Rising love. Do a fast with y'all. I've done fast with people before, back in a couple months back. I'll do another one. It don't matter to me. I fast whatever. If y'all want to get on some like high level shit, if I get enough people together, maybe we can do like maybe I can just put together. This would be really cool because I gotta make a couple bucks here soon, anyways. What I could do is I could buy a bunch of herbs. And I could make basically a Zen kit, like with all the cool shit, all the trimmings, like, organite, crystals, herbs, body cleanse, soaps, butters, everything that I know. Like most people don't know about all the shit I know. You could probably guess though. Um, and I can make like a kit and just basically buy it all in bulk, and then y'all can just buy it off of me, and then we could do like we could have like a starting date. They'll pay me a little bit, and I'll keep this going where we can just all fast at the same time. Everybody gets upgraded in their energy situation. I get upgraded in my monetary system, and we all win. We try that out for sure. Bad heathen, now self-flagellation and 100 Hail Marys. Yeah, self-flagellation is a funny word. Oh, you saw about Mega Hydrate and Crystal Drops. Yeah, Mega Hydrate to me is now and then, I have my cautions about it because not everything in it is organic. Some of it is more or less laboratory made. It's not organic, made from the earth, but it does have properties that are really beneficial to the blood to make the fluid, the water, which is your blood and your whole system, to be basically the clumping of the coagulating of the blood and removing the surface tension of the water. I mean, so yeah, there's benefits to it. So I play with it. I see what it does, and the crystal drops are nice. I find I get a little bit of benefit out of them. I don't use them too often though. Raza, is it if you can only find cooked beer, meaning pasteurized? I would go with for your money's worth and for your body's health. I would go with a high quality tequila or a high quality gin and mix it with a fresh fruit juice. That's a win-win-win situation right there. Mikola's Babaj, do I have any thoughts on dry weed with mold on it? I'm not even going to answer that. That's ridiculous. Throw the shit out. Yeah, Virginia, I'm sensitive to smells too, really badly. Are parasites pooping in your body, Reza? Yeah, there's a possibility of that for sure. I hope I answered that pretty well in Mega Hydrate for you, Ab 2020, Obi 2020. Rising Love, yeah, don't talk to people when you're fasting. You can't let them know. Too many people know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, thank you for getting to that. Less is the surface tension. And you should get into the fourth phase of water. And I always say Gerald Pollack, and if I'm wrong about that, look up the fourth phase of water. I say Gerald Pollack, but I think that might be the wrong name. Yeah, the Zen kit, if you all down, like, yeah, I could probably do that. I was going to do it a long time ago, and I didn't get that much of a response from people on it, so I didn't, like, I got a little money I can invest into something as long as I'm going to get an ROI on it, Yeah, you down with the Zen Fast kit? I've been thinking about, I know, what's his name? Vesuvius did like a whole package, like come through, visit, and do like a week meet and greet, run through the forest, do shamanic shit. Like, I'm down to do that if anybody ever, people come through and visit me. I've had a few people just on the cuff come and see me, but I'll always put it out there if anybody wants to come through, whether just say hello for a day or, even like a group of people to do some like really in-depth things. Like, I haven't showed you all the things that I got and I know about. Like, I got a massage table. I got 2 massage tables. I know all about aromatherapy, aromatology, pressure point therapy. I got, divining tools. I got electrical stimulation tools for parts of the body. I got tuning forks. I mean, name it. I know all about this shit. I just never get into the body stuff with people because, you know, it just, there's too many people that are specialists on all that you can go and check out. But yeah, if anybody ever wants to come through, or if I get a little bit of feedback from people that they want me to do like a, hey, come in, we'll do like an intensive retreat kind of thing, like shit, yeah. Are you asking me when I go out, how powerful is my osmosis? What do you mean, like how much I could, yeah, my auric field, how much can I suck in from people? I don't understand what you're saying, man. Yeah, rise in love. Yeah, 300 people show up at my crib. Yeah, yeah, for real though. Yeah, I got a singing bowl. Yeah, yeah. What else? Where we at here? Jordan wanted to know about dreaming and stuff and remembering her dreams. I'll get in that in a second. Steven, I hate being redundant on things, but no, I ain't got no problem. No, it's alchemy, chemist. It's to transmute. I don't care about the ghouls in one language and somebody know it's a spirit eating. No, it's a spirit itself. You know what? Everything is a spirit. Remember that. I'm a spirit, you're a spirit. Like shit, if you're getting something out of all of my talks, there's probably about 400 of them that I'm full of the spirit. So if you don't like what I got to say, you can just blame it on the spirit. No, it adds to, it can implement it into people if they're not powerful enough. It can take over people for sure. But it can also add spirit, and especially if you know where you're getting it. So I got no problems whatsoever with alcohol. Just like, you know, I see people that are potheads, and I'm like, you know, you lazy, stoned out space cadet, you fucking suck. And I see people that are hardworking alcoholics. You know what I mean? Like, I always hate this thing. Well, alcohol kills people. Potheads don't. I always hate that kind of stupid shit too. Like, for me, everything is just like, hey, just learn how to use it. Everything has its use, and everything is a tool. Especially when you consider, you know, the origination of all of this is taking plant matter outside of the body, burning it, and turning it into alcohol. All of it is. Your body is already doing it. The English word ghoul. Yeah. Where did I get my CBD? I got it from I mean, if I knew a good source, I kind of paid probably too much for it, but yeah, you've been sleeping on a yoga mat and a polyester sheet. Why did you use a polyester sheet after watching Mazda Earth? You should get a cotton sheet. And beds aren't bad if you go look into what all the you know, my bed is I got a kakibutan and a futon and it's all cotton. It's on top of bamboo mats. How many hours? I think, just Jose, I think it's all about, you know, what you feel comfortable with. Some people need more sleep to heal themselves. Some people need to be in deeper delta. Some people don't need to be. Some people need to be theta for dreams. Some people need to be, you know, it's all different places and things. Oh yeah, the heavy withdrawal, man. I mean, yeah, of course, but you know, anybody's gonna have heavy withdrawal from any chemical. You're gonna have heavy withdrawal from being in love. You know what I mean? That's a chemical intoxication. When's the last time you were in love with somebody and they broke up with you, or, you know? When's the last time you had a job and lost it? When's the last time you were eating something and stopped eating? You know, everything is a withdrawal, man. So, yeah, alcohol can be a hard one for sure. But with anything, just wean off of it. Don't do what I do. I do things different. I've specialized in the art form. Uh, Butane, is coconut water healthy or toxic? I mean, I don't even think that's I don't even think that's a legitimate question. Of course it's healthy. I can't even imagine it being toxic. You'd have to begin it from a really stupid place. Is a coconut uh, is a coconut healthy? Is a coconut, you know, is there water in it? Why would it be in there? Is it tasty? How's that coconut meat? I mean, yeah. Chrono Lager come out of nowhere and talking about tulpa sex. Oh, I'm glad you liked that old one. When I was, that was almost a year ago. Yeah. Butane, what's a good diet for production at jobs? Can you rephrase that? I don't know what you mean. Ugh. I done a bunch of these videos today. You guys got me kicked here, man. You okay? You're a little behind on my level of teaching, but in Virginia, do I think about slimming milk? I don't know anything about it. But organic label stuff and without sugar. I mean, man, if it's a fruit or vegetable, eat it. It's that simple. That's what's up. Fruits and vegetables, eat it. Almond milk, of course it is. But then it's always like get a raw almond and make it yourself. Then after that, when you start getting into is it packaged, then you can start reading the label and say, well, how many things in here do I know that are good? So that's always the game you got to play. If it's a living organism off of a tree, that shit's good. It's that easy. This ain't a difficult concept, you know. My best video, if you could only watch one, all of them, any one of them. I cover so many different things, but they're all beyond amazing. And that, I mean, is that ego? I don't know. You ask anybody. Like, I don't know. What are you looking for? What do you want to know? You want to know about magic? You want to know about health? You want to know about the world at large? You want to know about consciousness? You want to know how the body functions? You want to know about how language works? You want to know about etymology? You want to know about the history of the lands? You want to know about melanation? You want to know about the sun-moon matrix? You want to know about why ships are built the way they are? You want to know about how to move your body in specific patterning so you can unlock memories from your history? You want, you know what I mean? What do you want to know? They're all pretty good. Come on, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just playing. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's just so many different ones I do. How do I know so much? Man, I don't know. I've had 20 years of studying what most people don't want to study. That's about it right there. And I do stupid shit. And I talk to stupid people. And I talk to hilarious people. And I make jokes and I talk to amazing people. I don't know. I just do a lot of things. A lot of it's just, really almost 20 years of intense study with nothing else to do. Like I don't know that there's too many people that have 20 years and 20,000 hours worth of study under their belt. Your guilty pleasures is Greek yogurt? That ain't guilty. Eat it. That shit's good, man. It's a perfectly wonderful and healthy snack. The Greeks didn't have it wrong. Chocolate is the food of the gods. And coconut, you good, man. Of course it is. Chocolate is divine. When was the last time I was out of body? And when am I leaving again? And no, I cannot not leave at will. When was the last time I was out of body, like real deal, like, I mean, probably a few days ago, but like I didn't really capture a lot of it. But You know, again, there's always levels to your lucidity. So sometimes I'm like, I get in this mental attitude where I'm like, tired and bored of this. Let me get out of body. Let me go through the necessary steps to get out of body. What does the wall in Walmart or Walgreens mean? Well, flip the word W-A-L around. What do you get? You get law. It's the Law Mart, the Law Greens. This is why they're most popular. They're telling you what the law is. The law is the mart. The law is the green. You're going there. It's the walls. It's to house you into something. Walls are the laws. Yeah, I mean, this is the school, you know? Come see me. And again, I'm going to be doing a thing real soon. I'm going to be putting up a way y'all can donate to me so you can just say thank you however you can monetarily. But, I mean, I might put something together with the school. Like, I don't teach from an organized way. I don't teach from a rectilinear way, so it's hard to do it. You know, it's hard to say there is no lesson 1, there is no lesson 2. There's no way of doing it really that way. Walmart martial law. Yeah, I don't know about that, but etymology is a 10%er concept. Yeah, it is. Jordan, check out the pharma extracts on conscious flowers. Yeah. Oh, you mess with them? That's your like, you participate with them? That's cool. Yeah, of course. I'll take a care package. I always need some caring for. Yeah, Boatween. Buteween. Yeah, I did a few videos on the definition of walls and things. And corners. There's a reason why there are corners in the corners of your house where the walls are. The walls meet at the corners. And where do you go if you go to a block? You go to the corner of the block. It's a lock to the B. And if you want a clock, you're C-locked. You're locked to the C. You go to the block because of the clock and you want the corner. And the corner is where you go to die. The corner is the 90-degree angle that is the definition of the place that takes and pulls light. It's why it's dark on the corner. It's why it's black on the corner. This is why in the hood is something that covers something. In the gritty city, it's not gritty like sandpaper, it's gritty. Like 90-degree angles everywhere. And that goes into what laws and walls are. Yeah, man, you might. I always. You know what? I just haven't made a link for donations. I need to, but it's just like, man. I mean, I get by. You know what I mean? Like, and I just. But I'm gonna do it today though. I'm gonna put it on the end of this video, and from now on, I just don't know how to put the link before I start this video, cause I'm not super computer savvy. Cause I'm doing this shit from my phone, man. You know, and so I was supposed to have somebody that was supposed to be helping me out with all this, and they kind of got over on me and didn't do what they said they were gonna do. So, the fuck. And in fact, some people donated to me, and I've never seen a penny of that. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. Chronologer in that race video, yeah. We'll get into that. I mean, that's a really, really long idea, and I can't give you a for certain fact on that because I don't, I can help you get out of body. You can go check it out too, but We can kind of extract things from the tree of life and where we come from. We'll get in there soon. A good book on etymology. What is his name? Oh man, I've named the book so many times and I'm just tripping on the name of it right now. Give me a second. Let me think about this. Alvin Boyd Kuhn, The Esoteric Structure of the Alphabet, I believe is what it's called. Alvin Boyd Kuhn, Kuhn, not Kuhn like Coon, chronologer. Coon ass porch monkey. Did I say that out loud? Don't quote me on that, anybody. God damn it. Now that's gonna be the one thing you're gonna hear my voice like echoing through the time space universe. Oh, I heard him say it. He said it. You know, Virginia, I started doing a book with words in it and the real definition of meaning, but man, did that got so far and long that it got really hard. I like Butte Ween. Do I like gematria? Yeah, I used to play with it a lot, but I think it's a secondary thing. You know, I think gematria can only just it's a next level of redundifying certainty. If you think something is a certain way, you can use gematria to say, well, let's be sure about this. I don't think it's a good place to start though, because it can confuse people. Steven, about health oils like coconut and olive oil. I think coconut is a great idea. Olive oil is very hard to find actual olive oil. There's been some great documentaries and books done on how olive oil is basically controlled by a mafia, and what you're getting as olive oil is not olive oil at all whatsoever. But yeah, nuts are the way to go. Cullen Smith, I never, I've heard of him. I never really checked him out though. Olive oil ain't bad. It's just, it's for a long time. Most olive oil is cut. It's like why most things you can't find without it being cut. It's cut with other kind of oils. There's somebody that did a really good website on it and broke down all the different kind of oils. Virgin olive oil, if it is virgin olive oil, is great. Is fantastic. How do I use numerology? Like angelic numbers? How do I use them? I don't know. I just notice them and just go, yep, this is where I need to be. This is a decent path. That's about it. I don't necessarily make constructs out of them. I just accept them as some sort of interesting synchronicity within my life. I used to really trip out on them because it happens so often. Coco means ass in Farsi. Oh, Kun means ass in Farsi. Butte Ween. Go check out the video I already did on this. You asked me about the biggest mass shooting in Vegas. What's the significance? Well, when someone has a camera, what they're doing, they're shooting. So just remember that. So these people aren't lying to you. There was a mass shooting in Vegas. And the mass shooting is the camera shooting. And Vegas is the vagus nerve. Look up Vegas. Vegas is a nerve in your spine. It's a mass shooting of your vagus nerve of energy running up your spine. And yeah, it was called Harvest Fest. Yeah, because they're harvesting energy from you. They're not harvesting humans. They're harvesting your energy and your consciousness. because that is all, you know, obviously, if you look into any of it, you have to be absolutely blind not to see how atrocious and how right in front of your face it's being made. But check out the other 2 videos I made on it. Actually, the first one I made, right at the beginning, I talk about it. But yeah, they're just harvesting energy. Fit up, Lion Strong. Virginia, do I believe we're modified? Ooh. Virginia, you got lots of questions today. Do I believe we're modified? You know what? I'll just tell you this. I'll tell you, check out Lloyd Pye's work. It's called Intervention Theory. I like it. I don't know that I completely buy into it 100%, but it's a better theory than everything else people are working with. I think there's a specific. You know, we've all been altered to a degree. Consciously, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Did somebody tamper with our DNA? Yes. Go look into my work I did on blood work. Look into my moon theories and my blood work videos. I talk a lot about aliens and what I think about that, and blood. And in fact, who was just asking me about all the races? Go look into my blood work. That maybe will give you a little better idea. Oh yeah, you know what's funny too? It is harvest time. It was just recently. I met this chick the other day, and it was like the day before. It was the day of the apple. What do they call it? The apple harvest. The apple harvest of the pagan Mabon, the Mabon festival apple harvest. It was that day. I was like, oh, am I your apple that you're harvesting? It was very funny. Virginia, how do they harvest our energy? Well, think of it this way. They do it through stadiums, they do it through football games, they do it through all sorts of sources. But like, if you are emotionally driven by something, and afterwards you feel drained, where did your energy go? If you watch the news and you go, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, where did that energy go to? It's gone. It's out of you. You feel weaker. You feel, oh my God, the pain, the suffering, your energy went somewhere. You know, I can't. You know, my brain right now, I'm a little spent because I probably did 8 hours of videos today with all you people. You can look through them. So I'm a little spent, but I could tell you another time and break it down real simply what's going on. Well, not simply, but what goes on through the spiritual, astral, physical, mental, holographic matrix realms of how vibrations and things and technology works. But like right now, that'd be a little bit to get into. But the harvesting of energy is literally your emotions just going to something else. Yeah, the attention and the focus is where your energy goes. And we're talking about portals through, basically, like, think of this. How does the sound wave become a radio station? You can't see it, yet your radio picks up that sound wave and it amplifies it. Now use that same concept that you're putting off a radio frequency, your electromagnetic radio frequency yourself, and they have an amplifier pulling energy from you. So you're spitting out the radio station. You are the radio station, and they have an amplifier, and they're pulling and sucking with let me just get right into it. Damn, you're gonna make me do all this shit. This is why they feed you cereal in the morning with magnets in it. Not with magnets in it. They put iron in your cereal. Quasi-Luminous did a great video on this. And I'll get into Quasi. He's a cool dude, but don't get it twisted. This is blood intent shit. He does great video on all the cereals and how they have iron fillings in it. And a magnet can pull those iron fillings. You have iron fillings in your blood. This goes into all my blood work videos. Watch those. Not only is that blood work, that iron in your blood, that is collecting information and energy, and actually they're pulling and succubusing in the same way, because you're eating that in the morning, that when you wake up, your entire day, they're like, turn the thing on, and all of a sudden they're sucking you to work. They're sucking you to called downtown. Downtown is where people work. and it's actually in the middle of the city, and it's a vortex. This is why there's a beltway around all major cities. There's a belt. A belt means Baal. Baal is the Lord. Lord Baal. Your Baal. It's the energy vortex. It sucks something into the downtown. It's a spiraling city. City means place of power. SIDDHI. CTCITY. It's the same word. It's a vortex of power that sucks energy into it. And when you put magnets through your breakfast cereal inside of your body, it's actually pulling information and energy out of you on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Damn, and that just spent a lot of energy out of me. Damn. So, there you go. How can you stop it? Just stop paying attention. Just tell him no. The chemtrails, they're probably there for that reason. I know all about Bacchus and Dionysus, and I'm drinking some right now. Oh, Gary, what is their amplifier? Oh man. You know what, Gary? Let me ask that question in the dream world tonight. Let me meditate on that. I don't know specifically. I might be able to figure that out tonight, though. It only takes a second, but I'm already pretty spent and drained for sure. Buteween. Women should not be having periods as long as they do, and no one should have iron in their diet. Iron is the lie. Iron is the biggest lie out there. You shouldn't be cooking with iron. Women should not be getting more iron in the diet. Your blood should not be iron rich. I'll tell you again, go watch my videos, all the videos I did on blood. I did a bunch of blood work videos, starting with spherocytis, and then working on erythrocytis. I did these two specifically for a friend of mine, and then the videos after that all just start to weave into the whole thing. And if you start there, I think all your questions will be answered. Yeah, Quasi is cuckoo, man, but you know, I think he kind of got a taste of power and energy through magic, and he kind of, you know, I don't know. I never met the dude. I just know that I used to check him out, and I vibe with some of his info, but I just find him to be a little angry. Like I think he wants things to change too fast. I don't think he's a bad dude. Is he crazy? Is he lunatic? I don't know. There's something about the moon, but he hates the moon, which is weird. So I can't really answer that. You want to make a house sigil? What color should you use? Talking about what color comes to sigils. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all. I can't be on here too much longer. I'm already a little spent though. You know. Colors when it comes to making sigils. Just think of it in the Roy G. Biv. Think of it in up your body, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Those wavelengths, those color patterns have to do with density versus higher consciousness. So the best colors to use for health, probably in the green category right now for most people. Sigils, but here you see, then you get, man. See, this is the problem with knowing too much shit, man. It makes it complex sometimes. So when you look at something with your eyes, you can try this. Go get a piece of paper and write something on it with a colored marker and stare at it. Find a point of focus and stare at it. And then, after about a minute of staring at it, stare at a white wall. It will flip the color. You get a flipped image. Not only do your eyes flip the image upside down, it's also reversing the color. It's not reversing it, but it's giving the opposed of the circle of color. It's giving the opposite. And so there's something to do with the opposed view of colors that are going on inside of your skull. So I think you just got to play with the sigils and see which one works best with resonating in your being. I'll leave it with that. What up, Joey? What rituals work best for me? Best way to charge sigils? Butte Wayne, you got all the questions tonight. I don't use too many rituals really. I don't have a lot. I think everybody, feel free to jump on here another time and ask me some more questions because I'm really getting spent here. What works for me isn't going to work for you, so I'll just leave that at that for now. Best way to charge a sigil? I don't know, you piss on it if you want. Jerk off on it. Masturbate on it. Spit on it. Cry on it. Sweat on it. Stare at it. Whatever gives you the most intense focus. Voldy buddies, can I see the moon? I can see the moon. But I question what it is. And I'm saying there's a good possibility that maybe some people do not. Maybe the moon is projected into each of us individually through the iron-rich blood, and it comes out of our eyes. It comes out of our consciousness. I can't, because the moon is such a really weird thing. It's obviously already weird enough that it's not a circle, or it's not a sphere. It's obviously a disc, just like the sun is. Like, these things are obvious now. But then you can see through it, so all of these questions pop up about what is the moon. So I give theories on this. I can't really tell you whether it's beamed up from Earth or whether it's actually a physical object sitting in the sky. But I do have an idea that it seems more to me like a diamond. I think it's a diamond, and I think the sun is a crystal. Cool, man. Thanks, just Jose. Yeah. Reza, I don't know anything about Thai jasmine rice and its iron content. Again, if it's organic iron, good for the body. If it's inorganic and you can take a neodymium magnet up to it. Jordan, you just got to keep reminding me. I kind of get lost when I'm talking, I'm a goddamn space cadet. Chronologer, masturbation is the beast. Oh, you said best, but yeah. YouTube Live is an energy of vampire, David Davis. No, all of you are vampires and you're sucking my blood. I don't mind, I freely give my blood, so I just gotta re-up on it. What about Alchemy Gains? The 24/7 homeless tweaker cam. That's funny. I don't know what my ascendant is because I'm adopted, but no, I don't think so. Voldy buddies, don't tell. She got a guess, or he got a. Butte Ween, are you a man or a woman? I think you're a woman though. And Jordan, I'll touch on this dream thing for you real quick, and then I'll probably get off of here for at least a nap. Maybe I'll get out here in the middle of the night. We'll see what my energy does. You're a dude? Oh well, you give off a lot of chick vibes, buddy. Yeah, I told y'all last time. You got to put your pictures up. It gives me a little bit of a little better reference of what I'm dealing with. Even if it's not your picture, just put something up that represents you, some sort of symbol. And in fact, make yourself a sigil. Look at my shit I did on sigil work. Make yourself a sigil. It'd help you. It'd help you a lot. Jordan, let's talk about dreams. How about this, Jordan? Give me a couple ideas of what your dream world is now, how much you remember, what kind of practices you have, what your diet is like. Give me the rundown of whatever you think I need to know about your dreams, and I'll tell you where to go from there and what to do. That way it gives me like a 5-minute break to just kind of Maybe I should go sit in my purple chair for this. Hold on. Get focused, man. Oh. Here, while Jordan's doing that, here, I'll give you guys a little freebie. Oop, hold on, push the wrong button here. Y'all can see this? Let's see. Can you read this? Can you guys see this? It's this old healing herbs thing. I don't know if you can read it. I don't know if it's working out for y'all, but oh, you know what? It's on the wrong. I see what's happening here. It's backwards, ain't it? You guys got to learn to read in reverse because I'm not flipping this phone around. I'll do it next time for y'all, but here's a really good little breakdown on valerian and red clover and nettle, lemon balm, garlic, ginger, nettle, comfrey, dandelion, echinacea, catnip, calendula, burdock, astragalus, chamomile, echinacea, hawthorn, peppermint, St. John's wort, yarrow, wild rose. Yeah. So next time I'll put the camera up right, but that's what you get for now. Here, y'all can just look at my shirt for a second. You can have that. Yeah, I don't even care about your real names. Yeah, if anybody wants to tell me your real name, like your real name, no, I'm talking about who you are. That's cool. You're Atlantean. Oh man, you late to everything, yo. Yeah, I'm going soon, dog. Just go watch the video. It was a pretty good one. You can ask people. It was pretty good. I feel like I'm putting too many out here. People are going to really fall behind, and then I'm going to have to, like, double up on repeating myself. And I hate being a repeating goddamn piece of shit. I mean, I got knowledge for days, but, man, I did, like, 8 hours of video today. Purple is your favorite color. Well, Jordan, being vegan, there's your first problem. You probably already knew I was going to say that. That's half a joke and half real. It just depends on what vegan means for you. Vegan going to disassociate you from life and self, and it's almost criminal to me. It's too religious, and it's taking people into eating things they shouldn't be eating. But if you mean vegan just from the sense of you're going to eat like living foods, eat living foods. Stay like that, you know. But diet helps. One of the biggest things you can do to restart to remember dreams is there's two things. One is to waste the energy of your physical body and keep your mind active. That's the idea. And so one way you can do that is do a lot of working out, like exercise, whatever. You know, and in fact, this is why, like, if you have sex during the day, usually you'll have and you pass out afterwards, usually you'll have a pretty intense dream. I mean, your body's, like, cozy, comfortable, your mind is active, like, man, that was good, you got energy fluxing through you, but you're tired because you spent energy, plus it's daytime. Like, that's one good way, you know? Go find yourself a good lay. That's one good way. But... another way is during the middle of the night, do a wake back to bed. That's a powerful way, which means wake up in the middle of the night, set an alarm, and then stay up for a few minutes. Stay up, wake yourself up, and then go back to bed. That way you keep your consciousness aware, and your focus is mind awake, body asleep, mind awake, body asleep. And then when you wake up in the morning, what you want to do is not move. You want to not open your eyes. You want the darkest room possible. You don't want to change anything.
And then people always say, no, you gotta write your dreams down. Yeah, that's very helpful, but don't do it right away. Stay where you are. Don't move. Don't open your eyes. Don't think, and walk backwards in your dream and try to see if you can find exacting points. And the way that you can implement your day into it, like practices you can do right now in the waking life, is you can work on memory techniques, because your memory techniques are all about affecting your brain and your consciousness. So you can work on things that involve your memory, like start learning how to read a deck of cards, to recall a deck of cards. Maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe I'll if you know my email, hit me up on the email. I'll give you some cool shit. It'll be about like ways to memorize a deck of cards really easily. I'll give you some high level systems, and that will help you to get into the dream world, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be unlocking different parts of your brains in your conscious reality, which will allow your brain and your subconscious brain to work in your non-physical reality. So there's a lot going on there. The philosopher said, let the food be the herbs and the herbs be the medicine. Yeah, let the food be the medicine, medicine be the herbs. Let the medicine be your food and food be your medicine. Come on. Who said that? Yeah, the dream journal, just again, do that after you keep it in your mind. You need to concrete it in your mind before you wake up, or you'll lose it completely. Virginia, I did a few videos about him. I dig him, but he got too specific. I think anybody that puts doctor in front of their name, I'm always like, I don't know. He got too specific with the diet. He always looked like he was about to fall over and die to me. I mean, I ain't got nothing bad to say about the guy. He seemed like a cool dude, but whenever I look at people that are doing his diet, they're part of like a cult, you know. I've gotten arguments with people like, yo, B, I'm out here telling people should be fruitarians. I'm telling people to be like breatharians. I'm telling people to drink their piss. So don't think I don't know what's going on. Don't think that I haven't fasted on water for 43 days. So I know what's going on out here. So, like, whenever I have something to say about someone like Dr. Sebi, people think I'm just some idiot. And I'm like, no, I happen to find his diet not as expansive as it should be and too restrictive. And he goes too much in hybrid plants. And I did a video on how hybridization is actually an upgrade and not a downgrade. Pleiadian, Atlantean, Arcturian, is everyone one of these? To a degree, yeah. It's physically versus like energetically from that realm. I'll say energetically from that realm, definitely. I'm almost certainly Arcturian as a base. I think I'm probably connected to just about every system, though, at this point, because I found a lot of attachments to all of them. I mean, obviously, how the hell would I know all the shit that I know unless I was really connected to all of those star systems? Voldy, when did I discover I was immortal in Archon? Every day I discover that. I'm immortal till I die, you know what I mean? And I joke about being an Archon, but I don't joke about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a king and a god and an Archon. So be it, you know? So as I say, like Robert Anton Wilson says, hey, I'm the Pope. Here, you want to be the Pope? You're the Pope. But, like, you know, obviously the idea of what an Archon is a little different than writing it down and saying I'm an Archon. It's like having some sort of energy within you that other people don't have. The immortality thing, like, everyone's immortal till you die. It's just that simple. Lion Strong, I'm not the dude to ask about astrology. I know all about it, but I don't know how I know. Mud Fossil Gary, yeah. Yeah, I liked it in the beginning, and then he kind of got bought out by some bullshit. But there is this dude from. He always sounds like he's got a cold. He sounds like he's doing his work in the middle of the night, and he's been smoking cigarettes all day. Um, he uses the mud fossil theory. His name is oh shit! I wish I knew it. I tell people to go watch his channel all the time, and I want to give him his props because I think his channel is amazing. What is his name? Oh, it's somebody. Well, if you look up mud fossils, you'll find him by proxy. He's connected to what mud fossil, and his channel's much better. And I like his connections. And Jordan, what are you laughing? Are you laughing at me? What do you know? Check out D-Lo's channel. Yeah, I did check out D-Lo's. He's all right. Satan. Ain't nothing wrong with Satan, Bo. Satan is legit. Satan is actually the definition of everything that's good about what... Satan came well before veganism, you know? Satan is like the vital... It's called vital for a reason. The vital wheat gluten. Everybody's like, no, gluten-free. Gluten ain't the problem. It's the heavy metals. You got to remember that. Gluten was never the problem. Gluten is the glue or the binding force within these things. But it just so happens within the gluten is all where the heavy metals come. Like whenever the grains are in the silos, they're made out of aluminum. All of the aluminum is getting into the grains. And then you're grinding them up and eating the grains with aluminum in it. It gets bound up in the gluten. See how simple it is? That's what's going on. But yeah, vegan items are dog shit these days. It's a trick. It's a big trick. And the biggest trick isn't necessarily the food. The biggest trick is the consciousness, and to get you to follow a path that it's an awful one. It's dehumanizing. Veganism is connected to transhumanism in so many ways. Soul's Sun Soul, the first urine of the morning. I don't know nothing about that. I take the first urine. I don't care. People say don't take the first drip or the last drip. I don't know anything about it. That's ridiculous. It's all good or it's all bad, you know. And I take that from Andrew Norton Weber. And of course, if you got a problem with Satan, then you got a problem with Jesus, because Jesus and Satan were brothers, right? They're all angels, right? Ain't no problem with Satan. Yeah, diet cheese. Yeah, maybe it's diarrhea cheese. All right, Jordan. That's so cool. Thank you. Here, I'll hit you, here's my, I'll just put my email on here. Can I write shit on here? Hey, Jordan, you still on here? Here's my email. And y'all can have it too. And I didn't like to put my email out there too much because I got too many people just trying to talk to me and ask me like random questions. I'm like, and then they felt mad if I didn't get back to them. My email is, which one should I give y'all? Let me think about this. You can have my Zen Alchemistry. ZenAlchemistry. Zen Alchemist RY. Alchemistry. At Gmail. That's me. Zen Alchemistry. You did? You emailed me before? Did I blow you off too? You got to realize, I have so much garbage coming to my mail, and some people try to contact me, and I'm like, fuck, I don't, man. And people give me these long ass letters. I'm like, yeah, I'm out here to help, but I'm just one person, you know. And people be asking me for so much free shit. I'm just like, I mean, yeah, I'm happy to do things for free, but man, oh man. Yeah, you can only eat certain tomatoes. Yeah, if it's living, you know? Yeah, I mean, dude, like again, Sebi's old, but I mean, he's legitimate in one way, but you know, when somebody becomes extremely popular, I wonder what the like whether he knows it or not. Like if someone's promoting information that's somewhat faulty and a business knows that, they'll attach themselves to it. They're like, "Oh, fuck it, this serves my business." But somebody out here that really, really come with the real hardcore truth, ain't no business gonna organize around them. Like what I have to offer doesn't really have a business model. Like I can't sell you piss. Like there's a few things that I'm working on that maybe could turn into a business model, but even at that, I wouldn't want to own it because I believe in open source. You know, I believe in simple ways that you can do this shit too. You know, I wish I didn't have to make money off of things. I don't know. Hire yourself on YouTube. Oh, Wise Up, Gary. That's correct. Wise Up is exactly it. He's cool, man. He gets a little kind of like his voice gets to me a little bit, and he just sounds like, you know, like chill out, man. And he's always tapping his computer with a pen. I'm like, dude, just slow down. You know, why are you using a pen on your computer screen? Stop that. But no, his work's real good. He really breaks some things down real cool. Butte, charcoal is good, man. You know, charcoal is a great idea outside the body and to clean internally. You know, it does a lot to pull things out of you. So when you're during a cleanse, it's a great idea. But if you're trying, you know, they got health drinks out here now, which blows my fucking mind, where they're like trying to mix all these things together, but then they put coal in it. I'm like, you realize that the coal is actually going to bind itself to every healthy thing that you put in that drink and pull it out of your body. Like the use of coal is to pull everything out of your body. So yeah, so whenever people they got this the newest health craze, spend $50 on the highest quality vegan fruit from Nimbia with charcoal in it. I'm like, you just ruined the fruit. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, say 10, huh? Say duality. Say 1 and 0. Man, Chronolager, I fucked up, man. I had a girl that actually went, well, I'll tell you a short little story. Maybe the second week of knowing. I mean, yeah. I mean, I didn't fuck up. I mean, she was a little too wet behind the ears, but she knew of like what I was as a being, and so she would drink my piss. Like she was all about my piss. Like no one else, never before. She was like, she wouldn't even drink her own piss. She's like, but knew that that I had the piss of a god. That stays in this room. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Oh, Jordan, I was drinking more than you think? Yeah, I was. I definitely have, that's correct. ZenAlchemistry@gmail. Correct. I was drinking more than? Yeah. Yeah, I about a month and change ago, I decided to try to drink as much as possible to see if I could move on to a different dimension. It didn't work. I mean, it did. Now I just kind of chilling on drinking. Love, you gonna do another reading on me? How dare you? I'll do a reading on you too. Salt has piss in it. Doesn't salt inflame the body? Man, you know you're getting a 101 to 6,000 lesson of Zen tonight. You asked lots of questions. You are a very lucky person. You should know that. Like I literally covered lots of shit for you. No, salt. Remember, salt is in two varieties: inorganic and organic. It means carbon bonded and non-carbon bonded. It means usable and not usable. It means salt of the earth or salt in fruit. Salt in vegetables. Salt in vegetables is not the salt that you put on your food. Salt that you put on your food is poison. The salt in vegetation is good. The salt coming out of your body is not coming out in your urine in that way. The salts that are coming, see, it becomes confusing with the word salts. But point blank, just go watch all of my videos and anybody else's on urine. Your urine is the healthiest thing you can ingest. Period. It's the best thing you can ingest. Distilled water, spring water, urine. Like you're good. Yeah, Daniel, I dig that. Skin exposure is essential. Yeah, and universal too. Voldy, buddy, do I think you can be a god someday? I don't know. It's up to you. That's up to you to decide if you'd like to be. Good, man. Distilled water is the only way to go, man. You're in the Zen world for sure. That's pretty much it. The piss, the ground, and the sun. There you go. It's about the size of it. I mean, you have to realize that the alchemy gains. You drink alkaline water. Alkaline water is a, from my point of view, as far as I can tell, pretty much the biggest scam on the planet. The shit ain't water, man. But then again, you got to say, well, is it alkaline water? Because see, this goes into a larger conversation that's so hard to talk to about with people, because you're talking about words that people throw around between alkaline water and alkalized water. They're two different words. One, this goes into chemical, the way chemistry terms things, and it goes into like, are we adding something to the water to define it as an alkalizing substance, or is the water actually changed form? Like, there's a lot of things going on here. So if you're getting like alkaline water from, say, that bullshit ass company that be selling them $5,000, what the hell that shit's called, that ain't water, man. Go watch Andrew Norton Weber. He'll explain that completely. It's not water anymore. I'm not saying it's not going to do something, but like, it's kind of like go to the sea and drink salt water. Let me know when you're dead. Let me know how much alkaline water you can drink. I guarantee it's not as healthy as drinking piss. I guarantee that salt water from the sea will kill you, and I guarantee drinking too much alkaline water from one of those machines will kill you. That it's just so happens. How else? If these people cared so much about your health, why is it a $5,000 machine on a multi-level marketing campaign? How does that little machine cost $5,000? There ain't that much fucking technology in there. You're telling me it costs more than my first two cars combined? That's insane. Why is my distiller cost $200 and I'm absolutely certain of its effectiveness, but yet I have to spend $3,000 to $5,000 to get myself to alkalize water? Were the ancients alkalizing their water? Were the ancient people producing these? This, it's silly to me. It's ridiculous. But again, in small quantities, things will happen. I just don't think it's necessary or good. And I was saying about this piss ground sun thing, Lion Strong. The sun produces, it ionizes water to create elements. You live, think about animals in nature. I'm going to give the whole story away to y'all. Animals exist in nature by consuming the grass, which has no fat in it whatsoever, staring at the sun and being out in the sun, always grounded themselves to the earth and drinking clean water. How the fuck are they making calcium? How are they making their bones? How are they making milk fat to feed their children? How are they so big and strong and making muscle? There's nothing in that grass. So in essence, the only thing they're consuming is clean water from a lake, sunshine, unadulterated, and they're grounding themselves. That's what's making them. They are an electrical enigma of the being and essence that is, call it a cow, call it an ox, call it an elephant. They're not eating meat. They're not eating fattiest fruits and vegetables. They're eating next to fucking nothing. And they're giant beings that are created out of the unification and bonding of the electrical frequencies of light that are grounded out with their bare ass feet on the ground, and the water that actually turns into and alchemizes with the light to become the consciousness of that being. Yeah, you can all rewind that, listen to that about 50 times. That's how it works. Do I like Wim Hof? Yeah. Wim Hof is awesome. Cold showers can be a great idea. Got to think about it. In nature, what are we finding? Finding cold waterfalls, and we can heat up water. We're not finding ice too often. So ice ain't great unless you're in those climates. But cold showers and cold waterfalls, absolutely. Absolutely. And hot things are good too. There's a great book out there that Kelly Starrett put me onto. It's called The End of the Ice Age. It's about how athletes should not be using ice on their injuries. Ice slows down the healing process. Ice is not good for a healing process. Cold, then hot, cold, then hot actually compresses and expands, and it's very healthy. Just cold and ice on a wound isn't good, though. Yeah, this shirt is pretty dope, I know. The only problem with this shirt is it's polyester, man. Another way to ground, eat grounding food. I was talking about this earlier. Eat food from the ground. Eat potatoes. Eat root vegetables. Yeah, potatoes are blood cleansers as well. Sweet potatoes are probably best. Yams, probably best. Red skin potatoes probably best. I'll agree with everybody's dude Sebi there on that. Red skin potatoes. Haha, Natasha. I'm catching that immortality from that freezing cold shit, yeah. There's something about water and shamans drowning people and water and the birthing process and baptism and all that. I mean, in the real world, the process of the water is rehydrating the human body. The baptism of the human body is basically water fasting. If you want the flood to happen, flood your body with water. You flood your skull, you flood Golgotha, you flood your pineal gland, and then you start a fire with the water. How can you start a fire with water? Because water
has hydrogen and oxygen in it. Both of those are what do you think they put in rockets? Hydrogen. These are both fuels to cause flame to happen. Hydrogen and oxygen cause fire. You could start yourself on fire. It's a jet fuel with water. Male stamina, Yohimbe and what's the other shit called? The green one, horny goatweed. All right, Lion Strong. See you soon. Maka's all right. Yeah, Maka's good. Man, I guess I was out here for a little bit longer. I got a little second wind. I got a couple more minutes. You know what I'll do? I'll fill this cup up, and when this cup is gone, I gotta be gone. Did I eat something? I ate something this afternoon. It was fucking stupid. I was feeling that like kind of soul food, southern kind of. It's Monday. I wanted red beans and rice kind of vibe, so I ordered from like a local yokel place, like, you know, where they do everything lovely. What's in the cup? Some wine. So I got this food from this place. That's like, you know, basically they just give you a large quantity of very spiced food for a small amount of money because they ain't using very quality products. It's like, you know, it's like hood food, right? It's like for $10 I can get a giant piece of lake trout and like 20 fried shrimp with a pound of mac salad and macaroni and cheese. And legitimately that's part of what I got. And then I got like red beans and rice and four giant pieces of corn for $2 and some cornbread. But it was, you know, it was just that, it was that standard, you know, like they served hog maw and chitlins, and I'm sure that they dripped the hog maw and chitlins because it probably came from like a buffet station. They probably dripped the hog maw sausage and chitlins and grease and shit all over my food, because after I ate it I was like, ugh. I mean, and the mac and cheese was called whack and cheese basically. But the fish was nice. The fish was, you know, lake trout they probably caught themselves, and chitlins and hog maw. Yeah, I ain't never ate chitlins. But I know better than that shit. Ain't nothing soulful about that. Fish burger. You know what my favorite things in the world is? If I ain't ate it in a long time, but the fish fillet from McDonald's, fish fillet and some French fries and a Coke, man, my head would explode. Yeah, Katesh, you probably cleaned some chitlin in your life, huh? No, I mean, just the smell, man. Just the smell is enough. No, but that, I mean, on the menu, it was awful. Like, everything they had to offer, I was like, yeah, it's probably, you know, just like Fat Daddy working there, and the big mama to everybody. What up, honey? What can I get you? Let me throw a little extra of that little bacon, bake some bacon fat on there, and like my red beans and rice. Like there was sausage all over it. Like, I mean, what did I expect? I don't know. But you know, my dog's gonna come through tomorrow. And while my dog is generally a vegetarian, if I got a little meat or somebody wants to feed her, I ain't gonna keep it from her, you know. She a little waste can anyways. MSG is terrible. It gives me a headache for days, for sure. MSG will start making my heart beating. I'll start almost basically freaking out. MSG is awful. Yeah, fish burgers do rule. Fish burgers and then half piece of cheese and that salty ass mayonnaise and pickle they put on there. The steamed bun. Man, oh man. Fake ass sodium on them fake ass french fries that never go bad. And a shake. Yeah. A shake that never goes, somehow it's thick but it ain't even cold. A pickled fish burger? How about you mean like a pickled fish burger? Pickled fish like you from the wild north where they take pickled herring and put it underground for 2 years and let it rot and then eat it? You talking about that? Probably not, but oh, Alchemy Gaines, what you know about Five Guys? Hey, Alchemy Gaines, you ever had Five Guys in your mouth before? Yeah, them fries are dope though. There's a couple down the street. I didn't even know they were down here in New Orleans. I'm from the Northeast, and they were up there, so. Kimchi is excellent. Oh. What time is it where everybody's at? Where are we at? Where's everybody from? Because I'm Central Time, so. Oh shit! Look at this. Let me check that. Let me see what's going on here. Y'all can help. You can help me figure out if I should go out with this chick tonight. Check. Don't get it twisted. I may be high level wisdom keeper and immortal, but I still got skanky Tinder chicks coming at me. We keep it gutter out here. I don't care. I probably ain't gonna do shit about it, but let's see. Let's see what she got to say. Oh shit, she coming through for real. All right. Maybe I'll show you her. Ooh. Oh, she's filthy. And she's just my age. She's like 20, so y'all want to help me out here? Should I show you? Is that okay to do? Can I put this chick out here like this? Can I put her on blast? Like, I mean, we 2 hours and 18 into crazy Zen talk. Can I show you who this chick is? She looks pretty sexy. She like 20. She talking about moon rituals and shit. She actually read my my profile. Y'all want to help me out? Chronolager. Can we shut all these other people off here? Because I trust your opinion. I don't know why. I trust you. I don't trust these other motherfuckers in the room, though. Butte Ween, I don't trust your opinion. Love, I trust your opinion. Don't do it unless she is okay with it. What are you talking about? Don't do what? A moon ritual? Is that what you're talking about? I'll tell you, let me see who I trust opinion in here. Joey, I could probably get down with your opinion. I don't know why, Butte Ween, I don't trust you yet. I don't trust your opinion on this. You could look, maybe. Reza, I could fuck with you. I'll take your opinion. Voldy, yeah, I could have your opinion. I ain't going to give it too much weight, though. Who else we got here? Aldrin Castro. I don't mind you checking it out. Let me see. Chronolager, though, I don't know. I definitely could take your opinion. Love, I don't know. You might be too critical about this. I know that I know nothing. I trust you. You said trust me. Jordan, I trust you. I would trust your opinion, yeah. I trust chicks' opinions and other chicks more than I trust my own. Nah, make up my own mind. Thank you, Alchemy Gaines. Thank you for giving me my power back.
Oh, you know what? I know that I know nothing. You're a girl. Okay, well I didn't know that. Well, shit. Now I trust your opinion even more on this. Haha, you dated a guy once and found out he fucked chicks online and posted it? Did you? Oh, love, you ended up online with all assed out? Now I'm gonna have to get online, look through all my, I'm gonna have to get into the deep researches of the web looking for dark-skinned chick porn. I'm into black chicks. What you talking? Yeah. I mean, I would never put chicks. I don't even film that shit. I'm all about the moment. I ain't got time to be looking at that again. I don't want to see my own balls and ass. That's weird. Oh, holy shit, love, but you really are? Oh man, I know what your face looks like. Yeah, I bet your face ain't even on there though, huh? I don't even, I don't even know love Katesh by her face. I only know her by her backside. You know what? Once I went Asian, I was good though. What race is she? You know what? Come on, Chrono. You know, if you on Tinder, you ain't a race. You're a species. You're trash. Let's be honest. Ain't nothing good coming off of Tinder. Shit, I'm on there. I ain't speaking high on myself either. So, human race. I don't even know. You know what? I can't even show you. She's cute. She just looks like a normal, she's a normal white girl that thinks she's kind of black, that has a little bit of ghetto in her. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna hit her up though. I ain't even gonna let y'all see. Maybe later. Maybe she actually. I don't want to put her on blast. You know why? Because what if I end up liking her? I can't judge this chick. Who am I? I'm on Tinder too. What kind of asshole am I? Let me see. Let me see what she wants. Well, let's see what happens here. I'll let you all know. And maybe, maybe I'll just, if she drinks piss, she's the keeper. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, she might. But I gotta tell her, like, I didn't know her. I didn't know you then. I didn't even know you then. But how's she gonna know? How's she gonna know? You all don't even know who she is. I got a whole stack of them on there. I don't even F with it. I only been out, man. I don't even go on dates off of Tinder. It's just funny to me. There was a time that I was like hoping maybe that would be easier than going out and like wasting $30 to go to the bar. Like, She might listen to all my chats. Man, I don't want to listen to everything I gotta say. She'd be like, oh shit, this motherfucker is crazy. He's out of his goddamn mind. Yeah, she definitely would be obsessed with me. That does happen. Yeah. Man, oh man. Wine, oh wine. She's a pagan. No, she looks like somebody that she ain't a pagan. She didn't say she's into it. She said she tried one time and it didn't work.
A preacher's daughter. Yeah, that's probably too bright for y'all. Keep it over here. That light's too bright. Preacher daughters. I never been with a preacher's daughter. And I'm drinking white wine, by the way, Alchemy. If she's into moons, she's into moans, you know? Why everybody farting out here? I farted? You farted? Who farted? If she needs to work on her craft, it might be my calling. Yeah. It's funny, I only messed around with magic with like, well, okay. I mean, surely I've played with magic with a lot of chicks, but like one real deal. Like one I really got down with and we did some magic. Like no Aleister Crowley sex magic, but just like magic. Yeah, man, Chrono, I hear you. You know what? Before, I used to, chicks would tune in my energy, but they wouldn't know what to do with it. It was just too much. What do you do? What do you do? Like, honestly, if you met a goddess tomorrow, could you really fuck with her? If you met, like, the real queen, the queen top shit right there that had her shit together, like, all, like, throwing energy for real, like, could you fuck with that? Cause like when I've got with chicks, like they have often said like, yo, you just know too much, you just have too much energy, you just too much, and I'm like, I don't know how else to be, and so we end up having a disconnect because of mentality and energy. Oh, Plato, you a goddess? You ever been with a god? You ever been with? Yeah, triangles everywhere, huh? They trying to triangulate information to your consciousness. Fuck 'em. Oh, well. I feel like a prostitute on here sometimes. I like prostitute my wisdom out. Well, actually, I gotta get paid before I'm a prostitute. I think that's probably why, somebody was saying earlier, like, I'm always like, oh, no, I'll put away y'all can give me some cash on here. I was like, man, this is open source spirituality. I ain't trying to make people, like, I don't want to prostitute my wisdom, but shit, maybe I gotta prostitute this shit out. Where am I going on a date? I'm not yet. I replied to her. I'm just waiting. Yeah. Let me see if she got back. Well, she got at me like 2 hours ago, but I was too busy talking to y'all, We got to put things in order. I love all you. You come first. All you come first. She'll come later. Yeah. How very funny. Nah, she ain't got back to me. I knew it. She already out there in the streets. She already about that whole life. Talk to me for 10 seconds, she's gone already. What am I gonna do? Butte Ween. Yeah, there's nothing off. There's nothing out of bounds here. I already pissed Love Katesh off the other day talking about throwing babies off a cliff. So we can, that's a toned down question. Can you call? Yeah, of course. What do you think? What do you think blood magic is? What do you think your blood is? Your blood becomes all of your bodily fluid. And the energy that's held within each one of your body fluids has a certain type of energy. The most energy is in your semen, then your bone marrow, then your blood. Blood magic's just the easiest to do. Semen magic is the most profound, but yeah, like you have to maintain that picture in your mind, and you would put it on the page, and then the idea afterwards would be, well, you probably want to throw that in a fire. You saying what to crazy? Oh, I know. I'm just playing with you, love. I mean, no. I listen to your videos. You know, it's all good. I don't. You know, this is just the way I talk. You know, I talk to everybody this way. It don't really matter to me. I like you as much as I like anybody. And now that I know I might be able to find a picture of you naked online, shit, I'm even more excited. Zen, you didn't simp, which is a term used in the MGTOW community for men that don't chase women. Oh yeah, never have, never will. I ain't about that lifestyle. I mean, you know, everybody has to a degree. When you find something you like, you know, you got to put a little work and effort in. But I mean, the fact that there's a community about it, you know, it's a good idea in a sense. Like, you got to combat the bullshit that's going on with all these feminist crazy bitches out here. What's that George Carlin joke? Why is the feminist always the bitch you don't want to fuck anyways? You know? The one's always talking about some crazy shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I've been seeing that term out there lately, but I don't know. I never heard, but I don't know anything about it until now. Alchemy Games, which fan of yours have you met in the dream world? Are you asking me? Like somebody on here that I've met in the dream world? I'm guessing you're asking me? Refresh that. 2% chance? Well, shit, I like 2% over 0%. Cuddle Lucker said, "Fuck MGTOW." Yeah, I don't know anything about that shit. It's all labels to me, man. I just get in where I fit, and I just, you know, whatever works. I respect where respect is due. People come correct, they get my respect, you know. Cucking is pretty bad too, which is sharing a wife. Man, out in New Orleans, that shit is pretty much standard protocol down here. Like, I don't know. I've been out at some places, and I didn't know it until I got back to my house with the chick, but she was married. You know, like, and that was just the way they got down. You know, like he didn't come through and like watch or nothing, but. Alchemy, have I met anybody in the dream world? Let's see. People that know me and like what I do? No, not necessarily, because I don't think they have enough energy to get out of body or to get in the dream world to find me. You know, because that would be up to them to remind me, because I don't know what most of y'all look like. I might have seen y'all. I know that I've seen from people that I know. There was a time when I hung out with Savan a few times. Savan. I've hung out with dead people. Neville Goddard I met. It was dead for serious. It was Neville Goddard. Abso-fucking-lutely it was Neville Goddard. I was chatting with him. It was just like this. It was as live as this. I got down with Santos Bonacci was in my dream the other night, but I didn't talk to him. He was just in it. I mean, you know, I seen famous people like partying and shit, like Angelina Jolie kind of shit. And these aren't the. And I'm not talking, you know, because I know the difference. I'm not talking about subconscious dreams. I'm talking about like, and I've been to places where I'm walking into rooms and parties and people are there, and like different frequencies and stuff. And I've been to people's houses where they couldn't tell I was there, but I was there. I didn't know at the time, but I was like literally watching TV with people, and like a dog starts barking, and those people start looking at the dog, and I can see one of the kids can kind of tell I'm there, and so can the dog, but I didn't realize at the time that I was actually out of body. So I mean, taking it in that level. And we're getting better. Do you have to watch for the Haitians cursing you? Do I have to watch for Haitians cursing me? Haitians ain't gonna curse me. You know who I am? Do you know who I am? Haitians curse me? No, I walk with some hoodoo folk, man. I put something on. I put a robe on. I put my gold on. Like that, I've had people bow down to me. They know who I am. And Haitians, nah. I get down with the Haitians. I'm good with the hoodoo folks. Like those are my people. No. Not at all. Yeah, you skeet so much you need to chill and save your charge. Yeah, I hear you. That can happen sometimes. I go through like, when I eat, I skeet, and then I chill for a long time. Hoodoo is not voodoo from the hood. Voodoo is essentially not the real hoodoo. Hoodoo is where you get the word voodoo from. Voodoo isn't the original name for it. Hoodoo is the original name for it. So you get like to the West Indies and the African kind of hoodoo. So like the transmutation of the magic is really like West Indian. And then we could get into like Africa and France and kind of, but it's mainly West Indies. And which is why like when you get into the culture here, like you can, when you get into the culture here, you start to realize more and more about like the slave shit ain't real, because we have black people here are the Native Americans, the Zulu tribe. The Zulu is real here. When you start looking around at who the Indians are, they're not what you think of as Indian. They're literally the black people, because they are the black people. The Indians, the natives to this land, the aboriginals are the black people. They know better. They know they know this is their land. They don't think they came from Africa. They know they didn't come from Africa. They know where they came from, which is this land. So I mean, I'm trying to find some cats to do shows with that know all about this more better than I do. But like the Mardi Gras Indians, they're black as night, Razzie, you getting them rings in your ear? Yeah, we'll get you there. Don't worry about remember your dreams. We'll get you there soon. But hoodoo from the hood is funny. I like that. Yeah, people can look different than themselves. I mean, yeah, that's a major thing, but you can also keep your same identity. It's just harder to do. Like all these things, getting into it, like, you'll come out of body and you are what your spirit should be. You'll look exactly like you should look. I mean, that's the origination of it. What do I think about ear ringing? I don't know. It can be a lot of things. I think all of those things are right. I think it'd be angels, demons, and sickness. Just depends on when, where. Like everybody's had that ring where it rang in their ears, and then someone called them, or they thought about somebody. Like there are no coincidences in the sense that when you get a telephone call, the phone is ringing. There's no coincidences in that. Oh man, son of Sam. Open up the phone lines for another 3 hours of craziness. It's so funny. I do this shit with you guys, and it's like, man, I wish I could chop this up and put it into like smaller videos for people to kind of get to their specific questions with the that I could lead people to, because you know my shit is always just a big ball of like, here, just watch this 3 hours. People are like, I ain't got 3 hours then. Changing the seasons, what's next? Well, depends on where you live, because sometimes the season don't change. Like my season ain't gonna change. It's gonna be hot here. It's gonna be warm here. Only thing that changes for me is I can go outside a little more because it ain't too hot. And see this, I'm gonna give you a little oop. I'll give you all a different view so I can read this. Maybe that's what's up. How's that? Oh, this is the first time you ever been out here? I know. I didn't realize that. I thought you'd been out other ones. I didn't realize that. I thought you were. I thought you'd been out here before. Yeah, Chrono, the long ones are nice, man. You'll get into a nice rhythm. You get into ninth. The Mike Tyson going. You get rhythm and zone. Because your mind and your habits will start to change. Okay. You got one more chance, y'all. Yeah. We back on now, though? Oops. Voldy buddy, but it's probably demons. Yeah, everything's demons. Money is a demon, remember that. The D-money. D-money. Oh, who's making me yawn? Who's the demon making me yawn on this? Oh, one more chance. I just say one more chance because I got kicked offline twice. So if this shuts down again, I might get on later tonight. I'll probably just take that as a sign I should take a nap or whatever. But we good. Yes, I'm literally fading in and out. I just had a long day, man. It's been raining all day, and I ate some shitty food, and I made a bunch of videos, so. And now all of you are simultaneously inspiring me to stay on here to deliver the message, and also sucking up all of the energies. Hopefully, yeah. The devil. Yeah, the devil. Hopefully, I can find myself a little Debbie devil. Shit, that'd have been funny if the little Tinder chick, her name was Debbie. We'll see. We're gonna hook that up. Man, that's probably why I need to get a wider audience, because maybe then some of you people on here that follow me could like live close enough. I guess some of you chicks to get over here. We have like I don't know, a thank you Zen party. You can all thank me. Non-monetarily. I take the perks of my wisdom anyway.
Joey, I don't eat chitlin, homie. Unless you're talking about the what do they call it? The Mexican chatul. How you spell that? CHUTL. What the fuck that's called? Oh yeah, Chitlin got a hold of. Nah, you know what, Alchemy Games? No, I ain't even about orgies. You know, like that's cool that if everybody else is or whatever. But nah, I'm about that one-on-one thing, or I wouldn't mind four titties, but I'd rather just be like locked in with somebody's eyeballs. Like I like looking at what I'm doing. I like paying attention. Like I can't draw two things at once, so I want to focus my attention on something. So unless I cut my tongue directly down the middle in half, I can't eat two pussies at once, and that's basically, and that's the problem. I need that devil's forked split tongue. That's the only way. If you could speak two languages at once, to be a true cunning linguist. That's so funny. Nah, you know what? Since I've been like on this, like, I don't know, like lately, sex ain't even a real big thing. I'm just trying to find like a intimate connection, bonding with like a cool chick. That's all. Where's the intimacy in orgy? Oh, there's definitely can be, I suppose. Oh, Cool J licking his lips all day long. Ah, you feeling weird? You feeling drunk with the spirit? Oh, Kia, you came right at the perfect time. You got me talking about the devil's tongue and shit. We talking about orgies over here. Yeah, wait, we 2 hours and 50 minutes into this. I mean, what do you think's gonna happen? How does any party end? You ever walk into a party at the beginning? Everybody's all tight, uptight. They gotta, kind of loosen up, take the tie off, relax a little bit. Yeah, love, of course you can. Yeah, but your eyes don't roll back in your head when someone's talking to you, okay? Like if they're really talking to you. Yeah, infinite waters, diving deep. You know what's funny about Ralph Smart? He always says, breathing in that good ass prana. And I always put the comma in the funny spot where instead of saying, breathing in that good ass prana, I say, breathing in that good ass prana. You hyphenate the ass prana, it gives it a whole new meaning. And I kind of think he's kind of the cat that would probably, put a mask on and huff farts out of someone's ass. But hey, to each their own. Even Ralph Smart. The piss is not going to be alcohol anymore. No way. Yeah, Kia, you got... Yeah, Chronological, you know that too. Whenever he's saying that, I knew other people could hear that. He'd be like, breathing in that good ass prana. I'm like, can you just? I mean, I get what you're saying, but breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Like, oh, come on, Ralph. Ralph, you already got that little twinkle in your eye. Like, I don't know. I think you might like it a little more than one way. It ain't just, Infinite waters diving deep once again. Can I get a hello there? Yeah, Ralph is my dude. Yeah, I dig him. He's all right, man. I mean, he's a little too much on the You know, love and light frequency for me, like as a general rule, but, you know, I dig him. There you go. Yeah, Ralph Smart does water it down. He waters, you know. A lot of people need it watered down, though, you know. Yeah, the can I get a hello? Like he like that's his, you know, he got a tagline. You know, he taglined his watered down message. You know, his pretty ass face, and he's always saying, on my journey, like, yeah, I mean, you know, he's got the British accent, and he's black, so he don't really look like he's gonna hurt you, and he's good looking, and he's gonna, you know, he got that bisexual vibe going, like, yeah, he got the whole thing going for him. You know what I mean? And so, like, I mean, he fits into the whole algorithm. I don't think like they made him. I think that's just the way he is, and he just happens to fit the standard protocol. That's all. Durian Rider. Yeah, whatever on that dude. I don't know. Durian Rider isn't the dude. I always found myself thinking like riding something. Like I don't know. I felt like he was a little weird. I don't know. Joey Scott. Yeah, Rozen. All right, Cam. Have a good night, dude. Reza, you're saying Ralph is an Aquarius. Is that what you mean? Sun in the 10th Aquarius. I didn't realize he did "Can I get a hello every 2 minutes." I just thought he did it as a tagline at the beginning. Well, chronologer, am I wrong? Come on. I mean that the whole ass thing, like he seemed like, he got some DSLs, you know? Like that ain't just, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I ain't against it, if that's your vibe and that's what you roll with and you get down with it. Like shit, I wish I was. You know what I mean? Like I wish I had 100% of people to go after. I just don't like it. I mean, dudes like me, but I'm like, the smell of you don't work. The whole thing about you, like, but nah. There's too many wieners in this party. There's too many, like, I can't get down with it. It don't work for me. Yeah, see? But whatever. I always do wonder what all the people that are in the truth movement and community, like if they all really got together, how they would vibe and how fake they would be to each other. You know? I feel like all of these like truthers and like, we're on this, vegan kick and we're like, oh, like I always think like they would probably be like, it's like a business, like you go to a business meeting where everybody's just circle jerking everybody else going, yeah, fucking great. You look so awesome, radical. Like I wonder what that party would look like. I wonder if it would just like be the most uptight, fake ass. I might be wrong. I'm not hating. I'm just saying. I just think like, yeah, I need to carb the fuck up. I heard you. Yeah. This ain't about the carbs. This is about the the chemicals I ate earlier. Yeah, truthers. It is. What a fucking stupid word. Ain't no truthers out there about the truth. They're about the word truthers. Yeah, the truth hurts, truthers. We can equate being loving as a feminine trait. It's not like Ralph is gay. Ralph has had a set of balls against his chin. Come on, let's be obvious. That's not embracing feminine side. That's Gigi Young. Let me check. I'm gonna check her out. I think I've seen her before. Hold on. And again, I love Ralph. Like he's cool. He's cool with me. If I ever, that's the kind of cat. Like I always say, it's like you heard me say some stupid shit about people.
Like, I'd probably, these are a lot of these people I'd get down with. Her name is Gigi. Well, you know, that's already. She already's got that too love and light for me. I don't know. We trying to. I mean, here's what I think about love and light people. I think they're probably only having sex in the dark. Like, I want somebody to be like full on like love and light, like fucking in the afternoon. You know. Like dirty, like spit and like shit flying and like weird things happening. That's. I'm kidding. See, people gotta get my sense of humor at some point here. But let me check out this Gigi chick. Gigi what? What you talking about here? Gigi Young? Oh, there you go. Gigi Young, right? Of course. It's not Gigi old, is it? It's not Gigi like middle age. You know, is Gigi middle age gonna go by Gigi middle age when she's Gigi middle aged? Oh, you know, I seen her the other day. Actually, when I was on some Octurian shit. How many subscribers do you think she has? 33,000. She got a weird vibe about her. I don't know. She's like, there's like something kind of that neck. I don't know. Let me see. Let me check her out. Yeah, she's sexy. I don't know. I don't know if she'd get down with somebody like me though. It's not that I wouldn't procreate with her. But I would definitely I would donate some semen to her. She could definitely use it. She could do some magic with my semen. Yeah, I checked her out when I was into Arcturus Ra for a little bit. Like, no, I dig Arcturus Ra if y'all know him. Yeah, she claims Palladian. She channels Palladian through, but then the Palladians are subservient in a lot of ways to the Arcturians. What about Arcturus Ra? He's the beast, yo. Arcturus Ra is my dude. Arcturus Ra, I got down with him years ago. Arcturus Ra? Psh, I've had some crazy things happen in synchronicities dealing with Arcturus Ra. Like, out my mind crazy. Oh yeah, do you know Alchemy Games, used to I like to procreate. I might not want to procreate with you, but I definitely share a dinner plate, you know. Arcturus Ra used to be the Germ. He's German, German black dude, and he used to go by the Germ before he got conscious with this shit. And but he's next level, man. He's super high level awareness. And he's funny too. He's funny as anything. All right, I'm gonna go eat a chicken I'm gonna go eat some snack real quick and carb up, as someone said. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Feed my fat face.
Alright, what's going on here? You know how old Arcturus Ra is? He's like 50, yo. Dude looks like he's in his young 30s. And he used to look older when he was younger. It's pretty crazy. Love Katesh, you got, let's go half on a baby. Let's go half on a baby, but I'll give you the whole thing later, huh? Arcturus Ra, man. Yeah. I know that I know Plato. That was Arcturus Ra is what I was saying. Ra. R-A-H. Or R-A. Excuse me. Yeah, he did. He'd go Benjamin Button style for sure. Got me holding this shit over here. Let me put this down. There we go. Much better. Let me see what time it is. Y'all got me out of here on a, what is it, a Monday? Monday at 10 o'clock. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and send Gigi Young a little note and let her know we should probably hook up. I'm gonna tell her we're gonna go half on a baby. Let's see how she responds. I don't know how you think it's gonna go over well. Any encouragement from the audience here? Anybody? Is that a great idea? Yeah, well, we ain't gotta. Who cares about R. Kelly? But she'll get the reference about going like what it takes to go half on a baby. Shoot your shot. that is damn right. Yeah, I know, Alchemy Games. I should probably do that. Is she married or single? Does it matter? I mean, these days it don't matter. Married, single, it's all. No. Let's see what's going on here. My man Light Samps, he always got the mangoes everywhere. Oh, he got papayas. Yeah, papayas are alright, but mangoes are what's up. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, she just fell down the stairs backwards. Oh my god, that was so amazing. Why did she think that was a good idea to be sitting that way? Oh, you guys missed it. You guys gotta get on the Instagram. You gotta get on those funny pages on Instagram. You know, not just cats farting, but people actually hurting themselves. Love, you always on like some like this would really happen shit. I ain't talking to nobody off the internet. Like, come on. I can't contact these people. That's creepy and weird. Like, hey, I watched your videos on the internet. I think you're really like you're really pretty. I think you have a great spirit. I think like sound like a goddamn dork out here. Play some 432 music, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get on cats farting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. You know what? It's weird because I probably would like her. I probably just have like some sort of like, growing up. I think probably because I dated the cheerleader growing up, the blonde cheerleader that broke my heart or whatever. Tinder is not an online hookup. You meet your soulmate off of Tinder. What are you talking about? That's so funny though. I didn't even. I was being funny. I had Tinder for like a year. I gone on like 4 dates, and 3 of them were with like. I literally was like, "Who are you? Are you even this person in this picture?" And I was like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "Oh, I'm catfishing." Well, I mean, they didn't say that. But they basically. I didn't realize until afterwards that was a thing. Did I smash, Ladybird? Did I smash? What kind of? You think I'm the kind of guy to smash and tell? I mean, I've done some. I've cuddled up with some that in hindsight question my own. I question my own sanity about some of the people I've slept with for sure. But Tinder, no. I think two out of the five. I mean five. 2 out of the 5 I did. The other 3 I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't go halves on anything. I give 100%. I give 100% whatever I do. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't like to exaggerate stories. I just forgot about one. Okay, I'm not. I feel like the way you're saying that, you're calling me a liar. I wasn't lying. I just, it's you have it for a year, you kind of forget. I'm trying to forget most of them. You know, they were. Let's just say if they were boxing, they wouldn't have been in the lower weight classes. Let's just say they would have been throwing like 20 punches around, not like 100. Oh, you like redheads, huh? Yeah, I like redheads. For me, in order, man, probably black and Chinese chicks are like right there. Like they're battling it out. I don't know why they got to battle, but like black, Chinese, and redhead, and then just like your standard brunette. But yeah, haven't had myself a black girl in a long time, or Asian. I've been missing the Asian and black girls for real. I don't know. I just started because I live next to 2 lanes, so I just date all these like, I don't know, rich college chicks. Everybody needs a black woman. Even black women need black women. Dark chocolate is healthy. Black women do need black women. That's what I was talking about. I don't know. I don't know, Love Katesh. I don't know why you gotta say sex. I don't know why you bring up like this whole thing. Is all you got sex on your brain. I wasn't saying it like that. Man, I was trying to steer the conversation in a different direction. You get all You get all, I mean, obviously. Man. Oh shit, for real? Ah, you gotta go. Your husband called you. He said, I got another one. Yeah, he was, and it's another one. Indian chicks. Yeah, the girl I dated for like the woman, the goddess that I dated for like 12 years is Indian. Indian like Dot, not the feather Indian. You can all meet her soon. Red dot, red dot, red dot. Oh, not just red dot, any color dot. All right, y'all. I think I might be closing up shop here too. It's getting there. It is definitely getting there. I put a solid 10-hour day in. Thank you. Yeah, cool hanging out with y'all. Glad we could chitty chat, and I'll try to in the near future hook this up so we can get on a new site or something. And yeah, you are a little tardy, lady. Lady Bird, you always stay tardy to the party. Yeah, Alchemy Games, what the Jack Sparrow line is. Waznaz. Gots to go to. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I was telling people before, try resetting, try unsubscribing and resubscribing to me. And then it'll give you a chance to click on whether you want to receive some comments or all of the comments. Or not the comments. Some of the notifications or all of the notifications. Try doing that. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Stay awesome. Do cool things. Chat soon.